about making a new, like, supercharged versions of their current cards. And meaning that means they're going to decrease the price of their current RTX
current
cards.
stuff, yeah.
Permanently. Which would be great, because I'd love to be able to buy a 2070 like at the same price that a 1070 was, instead of having to pay the premium like it was a 1080.
Yeah.
What they're currently charging for it. Same thing with the 2060 being the same price as a 1070, even before the price hikes and shit.
Well, hey, let's hope that it runs and doesn't chug like shit, because that game looks beautiful. My god.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Rose plays Cyberpunk 2077. I wonder what type of V you're going to play. It's going to be interesting.
Depend on the game. It'll depend on how the game.
I
just realised why my chair feels so weird. It's dropped down.
See, I have the opposite problem. When I don't sit in mine for a while, it actually starts going up. So it just starts like it starts going up. So I'll sit down and I'll go like, what the hell? You have to drop it down an inch.
All right, I'm live.
All right.
So am I.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. We
Got
have
some
to kinda
epic
wait
battle
for,
music. We're all good.
for Crimson.
Epic battle music.
Crimson.
Utari
There
here?
he is.
Because I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, I'm here.
Utaro's here.
Yep. Ustenya is here.
He's here with
for the
his
fight. It's been down an inch.
with his
So who wants to do
cured milk.
Who wants to do the recap?
I did it last week poorly, so one of you guys can do it. Why are you all so bad?
I mean, I'll do it, but
Do it.
I'll leave it open to if anyone else wants to. If not, I'll
Go
go
for
for
it.
it. Fine,
Go
okay.
for it.
So last time we arrived at the Jade Isle, which is a almost phosphorescent green isle within the middle of the Bay of Gold. Is it middle of the Bay of Gold? Yes,
Pretty
I
close.
think so.
Yeah.
Which was originally the almost pirate haven for Galifar the Red and his band of marauders, until Galifar was betrayed by a certain... Hold on, I'm trying to open the page to my notes. By a certain one of his lieutenants, whose tomb we are coming to raid. That lieutenant ran the name of Pelon the Pious, who's originally Pelon the Pillager, and we are coming to take a look for an artifact. We've been hired by a captain, Captain Sedina Masal. I can never say her name, so I do apologize to her. The captain of the Strumpet's Cry, to aid in her recovery of an artifact from within Pelon the Pious's tomb, and that was it's the scales of injustice or imbalance or something along those lines. Misjudgment. There you go. It's something along those lines. Probably does all of the wrong things. All right, so we're coming to get that, and the reason Pelon was now known as the Pious was because he had become a Redemptor, which is this sort of Paladinesque order of basically criminals who have to atone for their crimes in life. Instead of facing a death sentence or an extreme sentence, they have to go out and do good. One of which is actually a member of the captain's crew. And we are now on the island. And on the island, everything was a bit weird and still. There was no life, and then suddenly we saw them. They were only rumoured at first, and we were going on the rumour that they might not be here, but we've come across these things known as sunken men, or what have become colloquially, I can't say that word today, known as sunken men. And we found out that these creatures, whatever they are, have been stalking us and the rest of the crew, and are mimicking the sounds that they've heard, either of the previous settlement or of maybe even us, to try and trap us and lure us in. And we left off last time facing off against two of them. We caught the fact that two of them were about to jump out of us. Rival, using his intuition and powers given to him by his bow, made sure that we weren't jumped. And now we fight them in equal combat.
Enough talk. Rival killed.
Equal combat. Equal combat.
Air quotes.
Okay. So yes, that is correct. You did a fine job with the recap there.
Thank you, and I hope it lets you look on me with what do you call it? No, okay.
Whatever you're trying to say, it won't. And yeah, right before you guys start up, Rivallon's bow gave him an intuition as you were distracted by one creature who had been revealed or had revealed themselves. That another one was sneaking up behind you, and that started the combat. So you were not surprised. So all of you took normal initiative, and that, with the way that rolled, Sedna is the highest initiative with a 23, beating out even Isaac with actually a somewhat mediocre roll for her in terms of her initiative.
Well, this was a brilliant initiative for me. I'm sorry. You can't take that away from me. I haven't rolled.
I can.
Before this, the entire campaign, the highest I've rolled was a 15. Everything else has been in the 9s. So a 21 for me is fantastic.
All right.
It's actually a natural 20. It's the highest he could roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no. Now I just realized you both rolled natural 20s.
Oh.
Her initiative bonus is a 3. So she
Nice.
rolled a natural 20. That was pretty good on your part. So Setna is going first on this. Seeing as Rivallon, you cried out that something was behind you. Seeing
Something's behind us!
Yeah, yes, exactly. Her hand was already on one of her short swords, as she has a kind of a dual scabbard on one side of her body. In a normal cross draw fashion. Her other hand was on it in a normal underhand fashion. She has now taken out both of her her short swords, which she's holding kind of like daggers. So one's underhand hold, one's above hand hold, and she kind of doesn't look like she's taking any major actions. She is going to be taking a dodge action. She's ready to dodge to give disadvantage, and she looks at all of you as if this is what I'm paying you for. And takes a step back from combat.
I thought she'd
And that is her.
shit like that.
And that is her turn.
I'm not surprised.
So she takes the dodge action, which, by the way, I don't know if we've stated it before or used it much in combat. You can take a dodge action and get advantage, or basically implied disadvantage on anybody attacking you if you don't do anything else. So that's what she's doing.
Guys, just so you know, I'll be cancelling my stream because I got no sound going through to my stream at all. They can hear you, they can't hear me.
Oh, weird.
Oh, that's weird.
But you guys can hear me, and it's coming from Discord. It's just my voice is not going through. Even though it's coming through on my video, it's not going through.
Is it on your Streamlabs?
Yeah, I've got just OBS. Yeah, it's on OBS. It's recording OBS and everything.
Have you seen what the output that Streamlabs or the OBS is taking? Because
it's taking my microphone.
Weird. Just try rebooting.
Technology.
Just try rebooting your Streamlabs and
It might not have initialized correctly.
Probably, yeah.
That could be just an issue.
We can hold for a moment.
Just a moment.
Just a moment. That's all we're waiting.
Hold on, let me.
This is where your screen. This is where you can see the blue screens again, and we just see right.
Don't even joke about that. Don't even joke.
Don't.
You're pretty close to rival. He could theoretically go there and kill you.
Just knock on wood for you. Don't worry.
All right, I'm back up. We got Red Boogle right here.
I'm on your
Red.
stream too, so once it comes back on, I'll test. All right, we good.
Yeah,
Had a very bad day at work, if you're wondering.
All right, now. Up and running again.
All hold
Well,
on.
it
I
should
can't
be.
actually. Your
And no, it
stream's
isn't.
well far
There you go.
behind, so it's not.
Yeah, it's 25 seconds on YouTube, but it's
Yes.
almost instant on
Yeah, okay.
Twitch, and it's just not showing anything. No audio for me, because I don't count. Only you guys count. We all know this.
Yep.
This is what you get for being a kill stealer.
Don't kill steal.
He's just
I don't
good.
kill steal. I'm just really good at killing stuff.
He just murders things before we get an opportunity to.
No, it's not working.
Nope.
That's
According to
really-
Reddit, it's not working.
That's weird. Wonder
So
if
I'll
the
cancel
situation-
my. I'll keep recording because obviously it's picking up my audio
Yeah.
and I can upload it. But to everyone who's watching the video, this is the first time
Yeah.
because
Yeah, we'll have
my
to-
stream
we'll have to-
decided it didn't like my voice. It liked everyone else's, but not mine.
Might have been
Let's-
something to do with your reboot. Your
Yeah,
re-
we'll
Probably.
figure out
and
what's-
everything.
Yeah.
I'll figure
what's
it
going
out.
on with that before your next stream. But okay, at the we'll go back to this. So at the
No, Red.
that is the end of her turn, and it is now Isaac's.
Okay, so I am as a it lasts 10 rounds. Do I want to do it this round or next? Okay, now I'm going to do it next round. So I am going to cast where's my actions? There they are. I am going to cast I'm going to cast Magic Missile, and I'm going to hit the creature with it. The mysterious
Well, hold
creature
on.
too with
Make
it.
sure you're targeting.
Yep. Which is, what do I do? It's Alt and click it.
Or control click.
Control click.
Control click. Mysterious creature 2.
And did that work on the
Yeah,
on the map?
Yeah, that was on the map.
Fucking yeah. So you don't need to use the combat tracker anymore. I did it. I did it.
High fives all around. Roach fixed things.
So Magic Missile automatically hits.
Yes, it does.
And can I be a little bit cheeky with this and say that I want it to try and hit its hands to try and knock it away from the tree?
I will let you, and it'll make a test to
Yeah,
see.
yeah, okay.
if it does that.
That's fine.
It's not going to be a particularly hard DC to beat because it's just some force damage. But
So I'm casting it at first level, so it's...
okay.
Does it?
It's
Do I have
it's
to
a
do it
s-
three? I have to roll it 3 times, don't I? Because it's 3 strikes in Magic
Yes,
Missile.
It's three
Three
individual
missiles. Yeah.
missiles. So
Oh, yeah,
what
yeah.
damage
So I
you
need to
get?
roll through. Yeah, I need to roll it 2 more times. There we are. So that's
Not the worst ever. And let's see if it makes a good check. Need to go up. I'm gonna say it's a
That's-
dexterity check.
That's pretty high percentile wise when it comes to damage because you could have got 15 and you got 13. So
yeah.
Yeah, well, he did roll 2 max on that. He rolled 2 4s.
Indeed, I did.
Yeah, so it's gonna make a dexterity check. See if or a dexterity saving throw. See if it succeeds.
Isaac's
I've got a
rolling
DC
well. We should all run before we
I've got
die.
a DC in my head, so let's see if it does. It just rolled a natural 20.
Well, and then can
So
I?
it's a max of 23, which is far above what I.
I'm gonna move between the big scary fighter dudes, if I can. I'm gonna put myself safely
big, not so
between
scary dragonborn.
Ustinir and Sesh. And
Well, I'm not scary.
And
okay?
with that, I'm gonna end my turn.
I resent being called scary. Just so you know.
Okay, and the next one up is Rivlon.
Yay! Right.
Don't sound too happy.
You know,
I can't help it.
Super
I'm
excited.
frigging ecstatic.
he sounds. You need to calm down before we have to like mute you. Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll move that.
Okay. So
What do? Just click on the creature I want to attack.
Control
you
click.
Control.
Oh, control click. You're going to make me push a button as well.
Yeah.
Typical. Oh, great! All my buttons have gone as well. Just realised that. I hate my life. I set them all up.
So Red Moogle's just come over into my Twitch chat and she says, "Welcome to the Paladin's Teetotaler Inn. Can I get anyone some water?"
Yeah, she's not. She's not letting anyone have alcohol today. It's either tea, coffee, or water.
This is where I stand up and grab my bottle of whiskey and just go, "You can't make me do anything," and chug it.
Okay, here we go. We will use Hunter's Mark on my little mysterious creature 2.
Okay.
Okay. And then 26.
That's a good roll.
Yeah, that hits.
18
Does
plus
it?
8. Ah,
God damn.
Rangers, guys, Rangers.
Elven Rangers.
Yeah.
That's 6 damage. And then Hunter's Mark is a D6, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So tell me what you get, and then I will.
It's a 6.
It's a 6. Did you?
Yeah.
Where'd you roll Hunter's Mark at?
I used a D6. I rolled it on the thing. It's actually on my combat tracker at the moment. Would you like a picture?
I'm trying to find it on here. Does anybody else see that?
No.
No, it just says damage 6 to mysterious creature 2, but that's from your roll of actually your that was your damage roll
Yeah.
for your bow.
Yeah.
Now you roll another d6.
Which I did.
Oh, it hasn't come up on our end, so roll another.
No wonder it's got a 6. I'm going to send you a picture of it.
We can't see it. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
sending you a picture. I'm going to use screen snip.
Rival's angry today.
To be
I'm
fair,
going to take a picture of the whole damn screen.
Red, could you grab him his vape and some extra vape fluid maybe?
That's a good point. I don't have a vape.
I'm just going to volume
Say
Rival
that.
down a little bit today.
Just a little, just a smidge.
Shh. Rivals making things happen.
Daddy Rival's trying to work here.
It's
Yes,
fine.
he is. I am not letting. Let's get that over there out of the way. I am not letting you lot get me out of.
I'll just accept it.
No, too late now. It's there.
Where?
Capture.
Oh,
It's
there
on
we
the
Oh,
sc-
there it is.
Thank you.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it's not there, Rival. That's
It
what I
is
see.
there.
I see. The last thing that came up, Rival.
Yes, I don't
Don't-
care. It's on the combat tracker at the top on
No.
Sendem Marisol's name.
Oh, I see, yeah. See where her temp is and wound? It's right there. That's where the 6 is.
Oh,
In
That's
your
fucking
face,
weird.
God.
Oh.
okay. All right.
That's weird. Wow.
Okay. Well, either way, I accepted it a minute ago. So is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is the end of my
We just wanted to make
Okay.
Rival scream a little more.
I didn't. All right. This is Bonla's turn.
Let's see what
So-
Bonla does.
He does the exact same
he's,
thing. He's
he's going to
"Ah,
move
this is your
towards the captain and protect her, probably. Unless he's
Bonla is-
certainly bloodlusty or something and wants to go beat the crap out of some things.
Hey, that's racist.
Bonla takes an item off of his belt, in his offhand, and flicks it, and what you see is almost like a telescope, but the one end is sharp, extend out to about a 5-foot pole, and he goes throws it at
Oh,
the one
cool.
closest to you.
Oh, javelin.
Like some sort
so
of...
he's
That's
the
cool.
telescopic javelin. I
I
believe that's the term, isn't it?
I'm sorry, what?
Telescoping is the correct term for that, isn't it? Where it
Yeah,
folds
so
out?
yeah, it extended out, kind of like a thing.
Wasn't
Yeah.
I supposed to do another attack?
Oh yeah.
It was up to you. I
Yeah,
asked you if the
that's
turn
fine.
was over.
That's fine. I was making sure that I was okay to do another attack. That's all. That's fine. I'll do it next
yeah,
time.
I'm pretty sure you should have 2 attacks at this point. because
Yes, I should.
You're a
It's
level
fine.
5 ranger. But yeah, remember that. That's up to you. It's not me.
Yeah, I know. I completely forgot because it's been so long since I had another fight.
Yep. All right. So he's
Calm
throwing that
rifle.
at
Woosah.
them. He's definitely within
Woosah.
range. So
Woosah.
he rolls a 15 plus 7 to hit, which is 22.
Yeah, that's. Oh.
And that does 9 damage.
I really want
So
to
you see
give
him-
Bondler a pat on the back, but I'm afraid he'll break my hand.
Yeah. So he javelin throws this what is essentially a telescopic javelin, and it embeds into the shoulder of the creature as it grasps onto the tree, and you just hear like a cry of pain, like a creaking pain, just from the creature, as it stares at you all with like glassy black eyes.
You'd break your hand because you slapped him, not because he tried to break your hand. Just all that muscle, just
And with that, he is going to just double check. Yeah, that he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 up towards the creature.
I forgot my bonus action.
And yeah, hey, this is all up to you guys. And then he's going to hit the creature with his axe. Just kind of take it into second hand and just straight into its gut, or what would be considered a gut if it had any meat on its bones.
it had any organs.
Yeah, and that was a natural 1, so that's an automatic miss. So that was
You know what?
1.
He
Yeah,
did
and
he did good enough. He did good enough.
Miss it. The creature takes its sides, shifts its weight, and right before it hits the creature, it actually nicks into the tree that it's on with his cut, and Bondla gets 3 attacks. So he brings it back and then does an overhead straight onto the creature, again with his axe.
Bonla's a badass. Just to put it out there.
And that's 24 to hit, which hits. And he's going to go ahead and roll damage, and that was a 10, which kind of catches on the shoulder that the creature was hit on previously, and kind of like almost splits it down to where the spear is still embedded, so that it's a bit looser in the body. It's kind of like hangs a little bit more, less proudly than it was before. And that's the end of his turn. Yeah.
Don't ever fuck with Bonla.
Ustenya. You just got showed up by the half orc.
LMAO.
Hello?
He said he's
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, I thought that you had dropped. I was like, is he dead?
No, he was there.
No. Is that creature on the floor? That one over there.
He's on a tree, but he's close enough that it wouldn't necessarily matter. Like he's like hanging on the side of a tree.
Okay, I'd like to go ahead and rage, and then
Okay.
move that distance.
All right. Do you have 40-foot movement?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So you move up. So yeah, Ustenya just bellows out a rage.
And then I'm going to use my silvered longsword
You're welcome.
All right.
and attack.
Okay. Go ahead.
Does holding that in 2 hands change the damage die? Because I'm assuming you're using 2 hands.
Yeah, I've got to. I can use the versatile version, which I have to then select.
Yeah,
Fair.
he has to just select from there.
But no, I'm using the shield at the moment, so I'll be.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, so you unsheathe a silvery sword from your side and cut towards the creature, hitting with a 20.
Nice.
Ooh, do a fairly good amount of damage.
Do you only have
two-
one?
Oh no! Add 2 to that.
Add 2
Oh,
to
it's
that?
not raging.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not raging, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have to apply
I
the
didn't
rage.
do the button for the
Yes,
Rage.
that'd be nice.
Where's the button thing?
Choose around that.
Where is my rage button?
I require rage.
You have it as a
button. Hold on.
status effect thing that you can apply to yourself, if I recall. Like
Yeah.
it's something you drag and drop.
It's like
And
one
it
of
could
those
also
GG
just
buttons you get.
plus 12, plus 2, the plus 2 button there at the bottom.
Maybe, but you'd have to do it every time then, wouldn't you? You have to
You
click it.
set it up. Yeah, it's right there. Ustenia, it's your it's in class Barbarian Rage. I think you drag and drop it onto your
There.
Yep, there you go.
There we go. Now it's
Now.
on again.
Hey.
Okay. So, do you get a second
Do you
attack?
have multiple attacks or just one?
I think you just get one.
And yes, I do get a second attack now that that's sorted.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I'm just going to longsword.
All right,
I
long
mean, the
sword it
small
up.
piece.
Okay, you rolled an 18
25.
plus 7. That'll hit.
Jesus. Ooh, that's good.
Oh, yeah,
That's
very
good
good.
damage.
Yeah, 12 damage, so 6 plus 6, and yeah, you just kind of you keep cleaving at the creature, and you're just straight in like cut/cut. And this creature looks pretty bloodied, but its blood isn't red. It's like this kind of black seeping ooze that's coming out of its wounds, and it's also really weird because the more you cut away at its skin, the less man it is in terms of the insides. Because the skin kind of is taut across it, so it kind of like it cuts, and then he turns it
Like it's wearing
It
a
goes
skin
across.
suit.
somewhat,
Mm.
and there is no, it's just meat underneath, little bits of meat, but there's a lot of bones. Like you cut across the torso, and there's a lot more ribs than this thing should have.
Okay, I'm definitely going to be hitting this thing with Radiant next turn. My god.
And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay then, Sesh.
Hi. I'm
Hello.
gonna stick next to Isaac because he a soft boy. He needs his protection.
Because healer, cleric.
Because healer. Yes. Okay. I am going to seeing Bonla and Yesenia are handling that one.
Just two meat, just like a wall of meat slashing with an axe, and then this step rider just like cutting at something with a silver sword. You can't even see it. You're just
The
seeing
step
like,
rider is screaming. and
weapons
you
going
can't
over
hear
their
him.
heads and blood flying over across there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's just like, that's good.
I
They got
had to
that
defend my honor as well.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
orc showing me up.
I must defend my honor. I am going to cast. Actually, no, I don't think I'll cast anything. I think I'll just move to this side, just around Isaac, essentially, just to there. And
just kind of step across. Just like, excuse me.
yeah,
Just
step
do-
around
Do
him.
a
Excuse me,
Cersei
sorry.
scooch past.
Yeah, just
past
excuse me.
Sandor.
Yeah. And I will prepare my axe in my hand, my throwing axe in hand, just in case one of them. Because we know there's one behind us, but I don't. I'm just gonna wait until he gets closer.
Okay, so are you actually preparing an attack? Like if somebody gets, are you actually
Yeah, if they
preparing
get,
an action?
if mysterious creature one gets within 20 feet of me, I'm going to toss my axe at it,
Okay. All right.
and I might as
So-
well target him, make it easier on me.
Probably would.
There.
Okay. And at the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right, then. So, mysterious creature 1. Let's see. It was already on all fours.
Oh, God.
When you guys
Uh,
shift clicked, did you get a line between the two things? 'Cause
Yes.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not fucking it up in some way.
Okay. So, it was already on all fours. So, it's going to move. Unnaturally, you see it kind of burst out of the bushes that it was kind of half-heartedly hiding behind, and it is on all fours, but in the wrong arrangement for a bipedal creature.
Yeah, let's not describe that again.
But it's so integral to the to the
No, it
creature.
really isn't.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I reserved
Uh,
my freak out for last session.
But yeah, it's just going flat out. So it is. Let's see. Here it goes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
Told you,
Like,
move quick.
20 feet of me.
Yeah, it's just within 20 feet, so you get you can
Oh,
attack
God.
out of turn. You can
Yeah.
you can throw a hand axe at it.
Just yeet. Let's do this.
Yep. You're not sentinel or anything, so it doesn't stop him. It just hits him.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to toss it at him and hope that I hit him because, that might distract it a little.
Maybe. Go ahead.
So Snesh tosses this very Persian Eastern style axe. It's got a nice curve. It's got this really crescent curve to it. She holds the bottom of the handle, reaches back and lets it go. And hopefully it doesn't stick in somebody. Oh!
Natural 20. What's
Hells
with the natural
yeah.
20s,
Nice.
guys? That is going good. Yeah, so you gauged it right, and as it just burst out, you were prepared and just like with your strength, just like that thing is cutting the air as it goes. Go ahead and roll
All right.
damage.
Hopefully now it doesn't roll 1 damage. That would be my luck. Oh, baby. That's pretty good.
No, that was
That's
pretty good.
decent for a
That
hand
was a
axe.
5 and a 2. Yeah. So yeah, you did 10 damage. Yeah, so that thing kind of perfect arc as it goes across as this thing is coming across, and it's just arcing there, and it just embeds itself in the back of its shoulder blades.
That's cool. That would hurt.
Yeah, you hear it go as but it's still moving at full bore straight down to Arwan. But by the way, Arwan, it's about as tall as you are, even when it's on all fours, because if it's just extended upwards.
For those of you who are curious at home, Chris's face is just pure terror.
So's
okay,
Arwan's.
and yeah, because it's still in this current movement. I kind of want to say the name of the abilities because I put some work into this, but I'll wait until after they're dead because I don't want to spoil anything. But because it's on that ability, it can't use its other attacks, so it can only use this one. So it can do
Uses
it.
other attacks.
But it can only use this one.
There's going to be one where it just peels its face off from its nose, because there's the nose gap, and reveals this chomping head and bite down on you.
No.
Resident Evil game.
No.
Isn't that in a Resident Evil
Actually,
game?
it has one thing. It's going to go ahead and use. Death in its eyes. I'll use that. I'll say that ability. And it is as it goes up to you, Arwan. It stares down at you with these black dead eyes, and you can for a split second you can see just unimaginable things that this thing has done in its existence. You see blood and
God.
bones being torn out from shit, and it's just it's like that. It's like staring into a ring wraith's eyes, if that was possible. Or what is that? What is that thing that the penance stare from Ghost Rider kind of a thing?
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
but an evil version of that. So it's targeting you, and it's going to force you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I wish you luck.
You should say the abilities as you use them, Roach. That's probably the best way to unveil them.
Yeah.
Unless you kill us
dies.
before then.
Which means
Drops it.
you failed the save.
Oh no.
DC was 16.
Yep.
You got a 9.
DC 16, you rolled a 9, which means you get the effect paralyzed.
Oh, R1 has just been
Just about to
paralyzed
scoop him up
by
under his
fear.
arm.
So yeah, as
I've
you
just
as
figured
you've
out
got
how
your
they got how they killed everyone, and they were in natural positions. It froze them and then ate them.
as you
Alive.
stare, and you've got a weapon in your hand, Arwan. You're primed for battle, but you're just looking into this thing, and you're just every single thing in your life just seems pointless for a second, and you're just you slack and stare into this thing. Paralyzed, by the way, is an effect that just so you know, I will paralyzed.
I don't know why, but I expected Chris just to reach over and pull over a bottle of Jim Beam from off the screen.
Basically, you've just watched Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey, there it is.
I'm trying to figure out what paralyzed does.
It's
Oh,
Dex
good.
and stuff, I think.
I
Um,
think the
First
clue
creatures.
is in the name.
People have advantage
well-
attacking you, I believe.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
trying to figure out what the actual thing is because I don't want it to. I just want to make sure I'm not missing it. It's probably automatically there. We'll assume you have it. I don't think you can move or do anything. If you want to look that up while you're, paralyzed, Chris, you can.
I think you miss one turn, don't you? Basically, with paralyzed. Hold on. Conditions.
Hold on.
Paralyzed.
We have an index thing. I can look at effects. That's a thing.
I'm there. A paralyzed creature is incapacitated. See the condition. Can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dex throws against it. Attack rolls against the creature has advantage. Any attack that hit the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Okay, so
Wait, I can't speak either?
Nope.
no, you are incapacitated. It's just like that's the thing. You're staring at it and you're just like what? Just babbling. It's taking you over. It's taking you over. You'll be able.
And
to,
incapacitated means you can't take actions or reactions. So yeah, you skip your next turn basically.
Yeah, essentially. And by the way, you can attempt to save at the end of each turn. That's how this works. So you can do that again, but then I'll have to recharge that. Okay, so that's when it's done that, and now its jaw unhinges and it goes in to bite you.
Yay!
Well, rip.
Well, this is automatic
If
advantage.
it hits, it can miss.
It's advantage.
still.
It can miss.
Yeah.
It can roll horrible. But
It
roll the
didn't.
19. Roll the 19 plus 8, which is 27. Which
And
is a hit.
and you're within 5 feet, so this is a crit.
Yeah, that is.
Ow!
One's just seeing all his ex-wives flash before his eyes. Like, which one should
No,
have actually
future
married?
ex-wives.
And it's going to do. Yeah, it's going to
Five.
do 1d4, which will do 5 and an extra 1 damage because it doubles dice damage.
Yeah.
So it did 2 plus 4, which is 6. So you take 6. I already did that for you. Take 6 necrotic damage as it.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, that's apparently Isaac hates you, R1.
Apparently,
Apparently.
Isaac wants R1 to die.
No, it
I-
means finally his necrotic magic stuff will actually work on something.
I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
It takes a big meaty chunk out of your arm. It just like it just straight in bites and takes a chunk out of like
Just
and
all
it's
wing.
bleeding. It's
Just
bleeding down there,
all
but
here.
you feel the pain, R1, but it doesn't feel like it matters, and it's just like kind of like rock a little bit as it hits you. It did 1 attack with its death in the eyes, then it actually did the bite, so now it has 1 more attack. So it'll
Of course it does.
only do the other one, so that is another attack. That's a natural 20. It already did a critical, but now I don't have to do that again, and it's
Yeah.
another 1, and that was a far better roll. That was a 4 and a 2 plus 4. It's 10 damage total. Necrotic, so it just takes another bite, but this time it goes straight for your chest. It's like it kind of grips into the armor and just starts tearing. And that's the end of its turn.
R1's
Yeah,
going to have a
no,
whole lot
no.
new scars to add to this list.
I think I'm going to need to do a PC restart here, guys. I'm having some issues.
All right, well we're at the bottom of the turn, so you're fine. Go ahead and do that.
See you soon, babe.
That's creature 1's turn, and now we do creature 2's turn, who is surrounded by 2 individuals.
Two very
It's-
meaty individuals.
It's standing. What is it going to do? I'm just gonna check.
It's got an orc and a Uteshian screaming in a language that nobody here understands except for him.
Yeah.
Which one, the orc or the Uteshian?
Both.
Oh, I understand the orc.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was
By the
gonna say,
way, I
we probably
completely
got more
forgot.
people that
I
understand
completely
orcs
forgot.
than
I did a
Uteshians.
total of 15 damage against R1, right?
Yeah.
16. Because you had to have add
oh,
one.
16
Yeah.
damage.
16.
Okay, so the mysterious creature, one, when you saw it, Sash, because you're the only one cogent that looking at it, and you saw the strike from the axe hit. The axe pops out of its body, and then wounds knit back together.
Oh,
Son of a
it
bitch.
heals! It heals!
Son of a bitch.
They're like vampires!
You do see Sesh will scream that out when she sees it. That is when she
Okay.
sees the axe pop out.
You
But-
can do that on your turn. So
Damn it!
it's got this many things. The second one is going to do its death in its eyes at Ustenia. Because that one has a shiny sword and has been cutting at it. And screams loudly. So
Shiny.
it's going to do
Like a
that.
magpie.
Question
Ustenia has
to the
make a wisdom
DM
saving
quickly.
throw. Yeah, go ahead.
Did the shiny sword look like it hurt it more than the normal swords? Because I was obviously looking at that creature when it was attacked.
Picks up dice.
You're not sure. It's hard to read because there was a lot of. By the time he got over there, it's kind of obscured by the two individuals between you and that. Because you also have Bonla there, who's just
Yeah.
this big wall of flesh, and he's just like cutting at it and everything. And it was already pretty damaged, but yeah. So Ustenia makes a wisdom saving throw. Ustenia fails the wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah.
Oh, while he's not here.
Well, he's not here, unfortunately, and that means Ustenia gains the paralyzed effect. Did that go on correctly? Yes, it did.
Yes.
Okay. So it did that. That's one of its attacks down. It will now go ahead and you see it grasp one of its weird hands in the wrong way into like its rags it's covering it and brings
You
out
just
there is
love
a-
saying the wrong way every time these things.
These are
move in
fucked up
any
creatures, all right? These are fucked up creatures. All right? If I have to live with them because I made them, you do too. But it
George has
brings
to
out
things in his head.
yeah. It brings out a long reverse serrated rusty knife out of the rags that constitute its clothing, and you see it lunge forward and try and strike at Ustenia.
Well, here you better have your tinnitus shots. That's all I'm going to say.
So that is an attack.
Wait, you mean tetanus shots?
Yeah, tinnitus. Sorry. Yeah, tinnitus.
That is
the
a.
thing.
It had advantage on that because Ustenia is paralyzed, but
It
it
missed.
failed. It missed with a 5 plus 7.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So
Well, actually, no.
that's-
Oh, yes, because that's a good thing.
it's a good.
Oh,
Thing.
yeah, no,
So
that is
it
a-
missed with the
no,
rusty
no,
knife,
that's-
and then you see instead it goes in for a bite.
No.
Nom nom.
Your Tashin doesn't taste good. Don't eat him.
That's a 21 to hit, which hits
Yep.
him. So
Oh.
this will do. This is a critical, so I gotta remember to double the dice damage. Which is a 4 plus 4. He got 8 damage done to
He
him.
has resistance, I think, doesn't he? Because he's raging.
Yes.
Will his raging
Yes.
have ended because he's paralyzed?
No, he still rages for one more turn. But he's not resistant to necrotic damage with this hit.
I like the
Oh,
I like the idea that Ustinia is now like paralyzed, can't speak, can't move or anything. So in his head is going, "Ah, ah, ah," but there's just nothing outside but the eyes going, and just like a subtle shaking to like Ustinia as he keeps like.
He rides in anger.
Yeah, like he's vibrating but can't do anything bar that. Like,
And you see the spear pop out of the shoulder, and its wounds start to knit back together with that attack.
okay, so we've all seen this now.
Yes, you have. So it's done that. That was its eye attack. It did a rusty knife, and then it did the. Okay, so that's 3 attacks. It gets 3. Okay, that's the end of its turn. R1.
Wisdom
You're-
saving throw?
You get a wisdom saving throw before we go. You have a it's it's DC.
Oh. I think that might have
You
made
might
it.
have succeeded. DC 16, which you meet, which means you are not paralyzed anymore. But it's the end of your turn.
Good. Yeah. mhm.
So now he just comes out of there. Ah!
Yeah, no,
Just
exactly.
screaming.
It's like everything's just back in, and then you just then you go ah, just like as your body is now like incredibly pained, like
Medic!
1/4 of your life is gone. Essentially, it's the equivalent of the damage you took, and that's how you feel.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Oof. Oh.
Okay, seeing this, Sedna. Let's see what Sedna does. She thinks she can handle it, so she retakes the dodge action, but now she's got her arms kind of crossed. You can see the sword still in her hands as she's just standing in the center, looking around.
I appreciate the confidence she has in us.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she had to read the situation, and she read the situation.
She is a leader.
Not a fighter. And that means it goes to Isaac.
Okay. Defensive turn
You
or
saw
aggressive
R1.
turn?
You saw R1 get fucked. And also, for some reason, you saw R1 lose all, like, his body went slack while still standing. The same thing has happened to Estenia, except for his eyes, which just are screaming.
Okay.
Angry.
I think it's better that I try and do damage to this thing.
Just wide-eyed,
Don't
just
say.
glaring.
What?
You take 2 mouthfuls out of a friend of yours.
Yeah,
No.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna, okay. Let's see what radiant damage does this thing. I'm gonna attack the one that attacked R1. And I'm gonna hit it with a Sacred Flame. So, it needs to make a dex saving throw, I believe.
Target it.
Yeah, I have.
Target it.
I've targeted
Okay.
the correct one, and I've untargeted the other one. So do remember that you need to do that as well if you're planning on attacking things. I just keep losing. And actions. There we are. Actions. Sacred Flame.
He
Cast.
keeps losing his actions.
It succeeds its dexterity saving throw with a 22.
Oh my god. Right. Okay. Fuck.
That means it takes 0 damage, I think.
It takes 0 because it's a cantrip. It doesn't take half damage on a success.
Target against no benefit. Hang on.
Yeah, it doesn't say take
it's a
half
cantrip.
damage.
Yeah. It's
succeed.
all take. Oh yeah, it's all take the
Yeah,
damage.
it's all or nothing. And yeah, so you cast it, but like the spell does not take hold, and you see like kind of flickering radiant kind of like lick across its skin for a second before withering away.
Yeah. Damn. That would have been 2d8 as well. Oh.
Because we're at level 5 now.
Yep. Okay. I've
It's your
got.
action.
That's my
You got a
action.
movement and a bonus action.
I know. I've got a bonus action, right? So, and I've only cast a cantrip, so I can cast Healing Word. Let's go. R1's looking a little bit.
Out of all of the people in your party, he looks the worst.
Yeah.
By maybe on a scale of.
I
1 to
can
20,
tell
it's about
because
a
in the
16.
corner of my ally squares, there's a little different cut shade orb, and for Ustinia, it's still a little bit green, whereas R1's it's yellow. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a thing that didn't exist back? Because I always had that.
No.
We didn't have that. We now see that.
Hey.
So I can directly from the visuals, my visual aids here, tell who needs the help, and boom, that is a max roll for me. So enjoy that, R1. There's a little bonus action heal for you.
I feel a little better.
That's a little.
You do like the wound on your chest knits together a little bit in like a weird like healing magic way, and you don't feel as bad.
And
Your arm still
I'm
does
going to
some
shout out just to make sure that everybody has seen this that the creatures seem to be healing when they bite. Do not let their teeth make contact.
Okay.
And I have my turn. I'm staying where I am.
Right then. Rivalon, it's your turn.
Yay!
Time to murder things.
Damn the
Come
murder
on.
things.
Woo! You did damage last time. You can do it again.
Yeah, I did.
And now you get two attacks.
Yeah, I do. Alright, I'm going to move to there.
All right. That will block your line of sight to the one north of you.
Yep.
The creature 2.
I will now attack you and not you.
So much easier without having the.
Don't
use
forget
the
to move
tracker.
Hunter's
Just
Mark.
use the map.
Yeah, so don't worry, I was going to move Hunter's Mark as well. Relax,
So-
my
So
small
bonus
friend.
action, move Hunter's Mark. So,
Move Hunter's Mark.
All right.
Alright, and 24.
That hits.
Do.
All right, 9
9
damage.
damage.
You strike it, and the arrow kind of embeds itself in its like central portion, like its torso, and it makes out like it's kind of a thing, and it damaged it.
Okay, did you see that? The D6.
No,
No.
how are you doing that D6?
I
How are you
think
doing
we,
it?
Just rolling it.
do you like me have the combat tracker on top of your chat?
Yes.
Okay, if it's
That's
landing
fine.
on the combat tracker, it's not landing on chat.
You
Okay,
need to
there you
drag
go.
and drop it into the chat.
So it needs to hit the chat, not the combat tracker.
I just rolled it again.
Okay, just drag and drop a D6 into the thing, because whatever you're doing on your character sheet, it's not working.
Yes, I dragged and dropped a D6 onto the chat after rolling it.
Weird, we
It's
can't
a
see
5.
those.
Oh,
There it
There
goes.
you go.
there's a 1.
That's a
That's
one.
a 1. Yeah,
Okay,
we saw it.
that is so sucks because I've had 2 numbers higher than that twice now.
Rip.
Either way, that's it applied. So there you go.
Bite me.
Maybe. We'll
it
see.
might.
It might, yeah.
All right, you get another attack.
Oh yeah,
12.
that's right.
Miss.
I keep forgetting. Oh well.
All right.
Sesh, do you have smite? You're a cleric. Do you have it?
Smite's a paladin thing.
I know it's a
I look at-
paladin thing, but some cleric get. There is a
If
one
you're
type of
war
cleric that
clerics
gets
get
it.
it, I think.
Yeah, that's what
War
I'm.
clerics,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a
There's
cleric
one-
of life, bro.
Okay, you're a
Bonla's
healer.
turn. Bonla sees this and does not like it.
I don't appreciate this shit, bro.
Yeah. All right, I was just reading something. Okay, just reading Utari's message. All right, so Bonla is going to essentially, instead of striking with the axe's blade, he's going to try and push the creature onto the ground. He's going to do a attack. He's going to bash with it. So he's still targeting the same creature, and that is going to be an attack. Roll the 1. Roll the 1.
Oh god damn it.
1 plus 7 is an 8, but it's an automatic miss because it's a that.
Attack roll.
So, yep. So he missed with the bash. He's going to go for a strike again, straight up, just straight in, and that's an attack. That's a hit. 19 damage. I'm just going to double check. 2d5. Yeah. Okay. 15 damage total done to the
Wow.
creature. Straight in, just like almost severs its upper arm from its body. Just keeps wailing on the shoulder it hit with a spear. And then it's going to try one more time. He's going to try one more time to try and bash the creature onto the ground.
Come on, Bonla, you can do it.
Come on, Bonla.
That is a hit.
Yeah, 23, Bonla.
Hell yeah. Well done,
23. He's going to damage because he gets some damage with the bludgeoning he gets.
Bonla. Smacks him in the face. Just
10. So, yeah, smacks. Well, he gets
Nice.
2d4 plus 4. Pretty good. The creature
Yeah.
makes a save. Strength. It succeeded with a 19. With the there's a 15 DC for that, so it does not get that. And that's the end of Bonla's turn. The creature kind of just holds onto the tree as it's swiping and trying to hit. Well, actually, it's not a tree anymore. It leaves both. It's on the ground. did not go down. It is staying proud and stood. And standing. So now we go to Ustenia. Ustenia just has to make a save. He's gonna make a check the wisdom saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is a wisdom saving throw, DC 16. So save wisdom saving throw. He gets only a +1.
So I had
+0
Oh.
actually. Ustenia 16 straight.
Yes,
Oh
Ustinia.
hell yeah!
AI Ustinia. Woo.
The AI has taken over Justinia for the moment.
He comes back from being paralyzed with his mouth still open, and it's the computer connecting to dial up.
That would be scary. If the these creatures mimic and they just open their mouth and made the dial-up sound.
Like, what is that?
that'd be one for the Starfinder version,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Ancient technology noise.
I love the internet.
I have to double check. Does Ustenia's rage continue if he doesn't damage?
No, it's if he is attacked, it continues.
Right. If he's attacked, okay.
If
So he's still fine then.
if he attacks or takes an attack.
Right. Yeah. Just had to double check.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Ustenia's turn done at the end. He's now back up, and now. No, what the fuck did you do to me?
So
confused.
But like for example, a hold person spell would make it dissipate because nothing's interfered with him, unless something interfered with him,
Unless something attacked him. This
Yeah.
thing did attack him,
Yeah.
so it's still not.
Yeah.
Okay. Sesh.
Hi.
Yeah.
So two
One of
things
them looks pretty fucked up.
Yeah, but it's got Bonley and Lustinia next to it. Like, I'm assuming that those two can hopefully hold their own. They're big beefy walls of meat.
Oh, beefy walls of meat.
I like Roach's just, that's a fair description.
Hey, whatever floats Sesh's boat.
I
Team,
mean, lots of things float her boat, but I won't be telling you
Team-
that.
Obviously not small halflings, that's all we're going to say.
Team
Oh,
Beefcake.
Oh, God. Okay. So, I also have Sacred Flame, but after seeing it not work for Isaac, instead, I'm going to give this thing a secondary target, and I'm going to pull out my Warhammer as I move towards it. I'm assuming I can. That's probably wrong. Let me fix that. There we go. It's in the square.
There you go. That's perfect. Fine. Yep. So you come up to it. It's still on the ground, like
Like
an
I hunched
animal.
over, and it's weird.
yeah.
Fuck
It's
up,
it's
okay.
actually more like an animal than anything else at this point.
Huh. You know what? I have never used my breath weapon yet.
I'm not.
So, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to use my breath weapon. Fuck it. Let's do it live. It's cold because I'm silver. It's also in a 15 feet cone, but since there's nothing 15 feet behind it, it chills the forest.
Yep.
Just like halfway up the tree is just going to become.
Yeah. When you use a breath weapon, each creature in the area must make a saving throw. Draconic Ancestry, silver. So it's cold. DC is 8 plus Constitution plus Proficiency. So it's 8 plus 3 plus 3, which is 14.
14 dex
14.
is a dex saving throw I have to make.
No, it's also distinct. It's also by the type of dragon I am. So let me just check. It's Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
That makes sense because you can't avoid the cold, but you can resist the cold. If that makes sense.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I hit that twice. I only meant once. First one was 14.
So it makes it.
Makes it,
I
yes.
think that takes half damage. On a failed save, half as much.
Yeah.
So it's 2d6, and it increases to... Okay, so it's 2d6, but take half of it. And I think there's... Yeah, it's just a flat 2d6.
All right, roll
So-
2d6.
Yeet. And divide this by half. Huh.
So that would be
That's not bad.
4.
Yes.
4
thought you rounded up.
cold damage.
Oh, no, you round down.
You
It's
round.
always in
It's
the-
always round down in D&D.
It's always round down. That way, it's always to the benefit of whoever's being. It's always to the benefit of whoever's taking the damage, not whoever
Yep,
casts it.
yep.
For both sides. That's
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is
That's the
That's the
preferential.
first time I've ever used my breath weapon. So you just see her just, and this big bursting flume of just cold appears in front of her.
Yeah, cool. Okay, it kind of like you see it. It's a little chilly. It's just
It's like I should put my jacket.
bits of it get a little icy and everything, but it doesn't seem to be perturbed too much about it.
It's like I need to put my jacket on. It's cold. as shit.
You also you don't see any of the plants react.
Yeah, that's
There's
weird.
like little things and bushes and stuff in this undergrowth and everything like that, and like the ice hits it and then goes away.
Ooh. Because the plants aren't there.
And that's the end of that. That's the end of your turn, Sesh. You did a.
I did
Was
it. I
that-
moved and attacked, and yeah, I don't have a bonus action. Well, actually, no, I could still use Healing Word, but I don't think
you
I
wanted
will
to.
just yet.
Okay.
don't think
Then.
I will just yet.
Yeah,
Right.
you can do a bonus action
Turn.
cast as long as you haven't used an action
Okay,
cast.
It recharges its death in its eyes. So I'll recharge that ability. Does that on a 5 or a 6 every turn. That's back. What is it gonna do? What is it going to do? Oh, it's at the end of that because it did the fast move at last turn. So now you see it go back up to its full height, and this one is slightly different than the ones that you saw previously. Instead of it having really long arms compared to the rest of its body, it's got shorter arms. Its legs are a bit uneven, and it's kind of like gangly. It's about almost as tall as you, Sash. Just like this gangly kind of creature going up to
Yeah.
its full height. So it's kind of like, up to its full height, and it's like its hands are kept close to it, and it's like darting around, and it looks to R1 for a second, then goes to you, and its eyes turn black, and it does its stare at you. To recharge that ability.
Okay, so that's a Wisdom saving throw.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
it rolls automatically.
Hey, I'm good at that at the very least.
Yeah, we'll see.
Here's hoping.
So wisdom save.
I have a +7 to this save.
You rolled a
Oh
natural
my
one.
god.
Well, ripperoni!
That's a 1 + 7, so you
I opened
rolled
my
an 8,
fucking mouth.
but its DC is 16, so you look at it, and
Just Vietnam
just like-
flashbacks, just gone.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of really horrible shit starts flashing before you. See like a small family gathering in the middle of a forest, and then just blood splatters, and you see just a whole bunch of things going by you, and you are paralyzed.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
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 No, Owen Wilson. Stop with the Owen Wilson.
It's just, I heard of wild Owen Wilsons appear from the bush and start attacking.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It
Which
uses
one
its
of these
special
is it gonna
ability.
do?
Wow.
What's it going to do? Okay, well, it's going to. You see its hands that it's keeping close here, which look pretty human-like. Start like you hear just like kind of snapping noises, and like claws start coming out of the front of its
Yeah.
It's,
No.
fingertips, and it slashes at you.
I have
Oh.
18 AC.
No.
Yeah, but it rolled a
you-
natural 20.
Well, it has
Well, Rick.
advantage, remember, because you're
Yeah,
within
so
5
that's a
feet
critical-
and paralyzed.
Yeah, but
Critical
I'm
hit.
crossing my fingers here because, luck.
Yeah.
Crossing both your fingers is bad luck. It's only.
I've crossed 4 of them, you see.
That's
even worse.
That's double bad luck.
Yeah,
It has to be odd numbers.
And now I look like it, probably.
yeah. So that is a critical hit,
Georgie.
and it did 11 damage to you. So it just slashes across your armor and catches like bits of your skin that are exposed, and just start, blood starts seeping from your scaly hide. And it gets one more attack. What's it gonna do? It's gonna hit you again with its clawed hand.
I don't appreciate this.
It's 25 to hit.
Oh shit.
Okay, another one. And that is not just 9 because he got an extra because he doubles his dice damage for this because it's an automatic critical. That means he did extra 3 damage on top of that.
So I'm at less than half of my HP.
Did you apply that?
No, I didn't.
No.
But I'm already at
Okay.
20, so you just add 3 more to it. So
23. Yep. So another slash across your chest with its other hand, and yeah, you're seeing everybody just sees Sesh like just start bleeding, and she's just not reacting. Like
just
a
blood
little bit,
everywhere.
blood starts coming out, but she's not reacting to it. It's just like staring into this creature's eyes, and like
Into
her
its-
pupils are tiny.
Into its soul.
Yep, if it had one.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the end of its turn.
Well,
one
this is
does
going
not
very
recharge.
well.
That one does not recharge its stare. And it's going to go for Bonla. And it's going to go and do a attack. It's going to use clawed hands, so it does the same thing. Claws appear on its hands and it starts slashing at Bonla. Rolls 12, misses. It goes in for a bite.
Oh hey,
And hits.
Hey!
Hey!
welcome back, babe.
Utari! Or Stenya!
Hey, Yotari, it's your cousin. Let's go bowling.
Nico! Okay, and it hit with its bite, so it's gonna roll that against him, which means it gets which means Bonla takes 5 damage. It goes
5 of 112, just to put it out there for the people at home.
takes that back, and it's gonna try and bite again. So it hooks its teeth into like his shoulder, which isn't totally covered by armor, and like a dog that's kind of like locked its jaw, and it just kind of like bites down harder with it for a second attack. And that is another hit, 25.
Oh, this thing heals on the bites, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like it is less damage now after it bites down, and you just hear like a sucking noise through its not totally closed jaws.
It's a vampire. Fucking murder it.
That's the end of its turn.
Quickly, call the Belmonts.
It did a hand and then 2 bites. Yeah, that's the end of its turn. Okay. You there, Utari?
Yes.
There you go.
Just inhale.
Because we just got the message that you were connected, so you'll be up soon. So I just want to double check. All right, Arwan. By the way, just so you know, Utari, you were paralyzed for a turn, but then you came back, and you took a little bit of damage, 14 points worth of damage. And this thing seems to heal whenever it bites people.
Yay.
That's what you missed.
And currently, Sesh is paralyzed and is down 23 hit points because fuck me. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep. Arwan, your turn. You just saw Sesh get fucked.
Not in the good way.
Not in the good
Not in
way.
the way you
No.
probably want her to be.
Oh, great. Guess what, guys? Now my fantasy ground is freezing.
Oh.
Alright.
Well, that could just be the map thing. It takes
I'll
a
be
bit.
back.
Yes, map takes a
No,
while to
no.
come
I
up.
mean, it went white and said this program is not responding.
Oh, yeah, that would be a problem.
It's
go
alright,
ahead,
you've got
Arwan.
a
You
few
got a while
characters
before your
before
turn
your
comes
turn. Yeah.
I am going to. Fuck.
I mean, ask for consent
Alright.
first.
I'm going to slash at it with my +1 longsword.
All right.
That one. Oh, I forgot to click it. Damn it.
Okay, I will allow you hit it. You hit it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just target it now, and you can roll damage.
And then. Well, shit.
Ooh. 5. Roll the 1 on that attack, but you got a +4, so that's 5 damage. kind of like thrust forward into it, and it catches, and it's weird. This does not feel like stabbing a person. You've stabbed a lot of people in your career. Let's be honest, you've stabbed a lot of people, but this usually that's kind of like you get like a meaty feeling even through the sword, but it's just like stabbing into like a bag of bones. There's like a lot of scraping, and it doesn't go in. You know, whenever you're digging a hole and it's rooty, there's a lot of roots in the area, and you're expecting dirt, and just like that's what you feel.
All right, and then since that one hit, I'm going to use my defensive flourish. So my bardic inspiration dice does that extra damage, and it also adds to my AC. So fingers crossed.
Okay, so
that's not right.
That's not right. No, that was bardic inspiration. Just roll. I don't know why that's an attack. Just keep it in mind. Keep it in mind because you should have the defensive flourish. Like just calculate what AC is from this point, and we'll use that if it attacks you.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay then. Next turn is Sedna. See how she feels about what's going. Still pretty good about that.
She's like, you better earn that fucking money.
And she's just standing there. She's standing there and looking at both these creatures. One of them who's bitten into her first mate, and the other one who is giving the big dragonborn a run for their money. And just going like, we have a schedule to keep. Let's get this over with.
Wow.
How about you do something then?
Damn.
She pays you to do things.
I mean, she's not wrong. So
I tell you what,
your
let's
turn,
just put some neon signs over her head saying "free meal."
Prestidigitation. I'm gonna make a sign. No. I'm gonna just like a little chef sign or whatever at the top.
All you can eat, Dragonborn.
What are you doing?
Okay, so I am going to try again with the radiant damage. Okay, so targeting that one. I'm gonna hit it with, hopefully, a Sacred Flame. It succeeded. Okay,
with an
fine.
18.
I am therefore gonna go, screw this, and
just go in with a weapon and just start stabbing it.
No. I'm going to expend a sorcery point, which I realize I haven't done all campaign, and cast a level 1 magic missile as a quickened spell.
Oh, so bonus action.
Yeah.
Cast that. All right.
But I'm going to cast
Wow,
it.
that is the first time you've used a sorcery point?
At the wounded thing. Yeah, I just haven't seen the need to yet.
Oh, my God.
I mean, now seems like a pretty good time to use it.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Quicken spell, bonus action, magic missile. Don't know why I'm doing.
I just want to point out, big
2,
effing spider.
3. Okay, so that's again the same amount of damage. 13 points of the thing, and I would on the one on the tree, and I want to try and get it off the tree again.
Focus?
It's
not on the tree. It's standing on the ground.
Well, my soul is my arcane focus.
Okay. Well, either way. Okay. So from your radiant, from the
is
radiant
what you
energy
see
around
for me. What you see is my eyes actually gain a golden pupil every time like one shoots out of my hand. And then you just see these 3 magic missiles emit, and they come out like a like a guided missile, sort of curve around.
Like
and
a macross, anime macross missile.
Yeah. And then they come in onto the point, and I want it to try and hit the hands of the creature again and knock it away from the tree if it's still on the tree.
It's not. It's on
okay. Then I just want it to pile in.
In fact, it's actually latched on to Bonla, just like sucking life out of his shoulder.
Okay.
But you strike it.
I want to get it away from Bonla with the hit, just like boom, just one after another, pound into it.
All right. I'll have it make a I'll have this one make a strength saving throw. Just to see.
Try and get it off of Bonla.
You rolled a natural 1, so
Oh.
you see it. So you strike it like in the face, just multiple shots in the face. And
Drop it! Drop the
Boom, boom,
half
boom,
orc!
boom, boom.
Drop the half orc! Drop it!
just like kind of like a dog that's been bapped on the nose, like to stop.
Because my theory is,
Despite the fact it doesn't have a nose.
Yeah, it doesn't have a nose. That's the
Oh,
problem.
yeah, okay. And I'm not going to move. That's going to be my turn.
Okay, a fairly effective turn. Well, partially effective, partially not effective.
I mean-
but hey, you got to use an actual part of your character, like an actual part of your class, for once. I didn't even. I keep thinking of you as like a
cleric.
paladin or something, because or a cleric or a
As a
paladin,
cleric.
because you don't use the thing that's part of your class, the sorcery points.
I always
You have
forget
5 of
about
those
it, to be fair.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, I know, I do.
Yeah.
Well,
All
at
right,
first I only
move on.
had 2 of them, so they were kind of a treasured thing. Now I'm at level 5. They're a little bit more... I can throw them around a bit.
That's a critical hit on Mysterious Creature 1, Revolon. So you're just pissed off at Setna. Fucking get this fucking done.
What I do is I
Right in.
visualize this creature as Sesh wanting to pat me on the fucking head. I'm 6'1".
I'm 7'2".
All right. Go ahead and roll damage. That's a critical hit, so that's going to be pretty. Oof, 16
Oh, wait,
damage.
wait. I'm not done yet.
Small elf boy. Pat, pat, pat.
Plus 6.
I'm not done yet.
Ooh.
He's got another attack as well.
But is
That's
it
a
dead?
2.
And he misses.
And it's a miss. Still, pretty good damage. Pretty good
Oh, yeah.
damage.
Yeah, you know, 22. It'll do.
22 damage. Yeah. So yeah, you strike home on like one of the linkages of its spine because it's behind. It's looking away from you, and it just goes straight in, and you just see the thing like. Actually, hold on. What that? I have a little chart.
I don't know why, but you know.
It hits part of the spine, and like the upper body goes slack for a second, and then you just hear, and it's back up.
Okay, Roach. A British audience will
Disgusting.
definitely have seen this, but Roach, have I ever sent you? There's a British don't speed anti-speeding advert where there's a little girl that starts off. She's been hit
Oh,
by a
yeah.
car,
I've seen
and then
that.
it goes in
Yeah.
reverse, and like all her bones reform and stuff. I need to send you to that because that sounds exactly what
I think I've seen. I think I've seen it. I think I've seen
Yeah,
it.
I've
It's
seen
basically like that.
Oh, no, Roach has disappeared on us
Yeah, Roach.
now.
Oh. I think Mikey is as well. It might be Discord.
Yeah, I think it's Discord.
Hold on, I'm going to quickly change the server of the call group. Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Hello.
I changed the
Hey.
Discord. I changed the Discord server of the call group. It's
Yeah, Western Europe's having a bit of a problem.
It
with
is.
server groups. It is. But no, what I said, it basically reformed its spine around the arrow, so now that it's reconnected. So and it's back doing fine. Is that the end of your turn, Rivalon? I don't think you have anything to do. You could move if you wanted to. But
Yeah, I could move, but I don't want to.
okay then. That's the end of your turn, and now it's Bonla's turn. Just had to deal with this fucking thing sapping life out of his shoulder, and it's still like that wound is still there, and he just lets out a
Did I
kind of a-
actually wound this creature at all? Because nothing's changed on its thing.
Yeah, you wounded it.
it
has a
it healed. Remember when it ate Sesh?
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's dark yellow. It's the dark yellow dot, so you know that's.
Where-
I don't see
Oh,
these dots
right.
you're talking about, so.
Yeah.
It's in
Yeah,
the bottom
the
right-hand corner of the
pretty
colored
light
square
yellow.
around the item
Creature.
thing.
Oh, I see. I have to zoom in pretty far to see that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonla
anyone
lets out like
my
a
video.
blood-curdling scream, a yell of just rage, and starts hitting this creature with just axe after axe attack. He's gonna go for a full 3 attacks with his axe.
Bonla's done with your shit.
Yeah, he does not want to disappoint his captain.
Or
That's a
die.
hit.
You know, those are 2 things he doesn't want to
That's
do.
a miss, and that's a miss. He rolled 2 3s in a row. So
Oh
he
my
only
God.
Hit, he only hit
Does
once.
he? I was about to say he could flank, but then I remembered, no, there's a tree trunk in the fucking way.
Yeah.
It's a tree trunk in the way. That's not a thing.
If Justinia goes round to the side, he'll be able to flank though.
Yeah. But it's, it's a bit late now. So
He does
Not for
13
Justinia's
damage
turn, it's
with
not.
the one hit. Yeah, with the one hit that he was able to get, he did 13 damage.
that's not bad.
Well, he does a lot of damage with his axe.
Bonla hurts.
Yeah, Bonla is a beast. He's a beast.
Big
Glad
bad
he's on.
Bonla.
I'm glad he's on our side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically goes across, like, he gets one good hit in with the creature into its center chest and like buries it, like sternum, like right in the sternum with the axe, and he's for the next two attacks, essentially what he's doing, he's having trouble getting it out of the chest of the creature. Yeah, it's stuck into the bone, and he's trying to pull the thing out, but this thing does not look good. It looks like it's a lot, like it's bleeding the black ooze blood that it has, and it's like the black of its eyes are kind of glossed over. It's kind of as it's being pulled. And that's Bonla's turn. Ustenia, I'm assuming you're here, Utari, because you're actually in the thing. So
Yes, I am here again.
this thing looks fucking almost dead. Like it's been beat to shit by you and Bonla for the last couple of rounds.
Hey! I've done 26 damage to that thing.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna smash this guy up. Smash.
Justinia hasn't hit it. What? Has Justinia
he's
hit
hit
it?
No,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
talking
he
about
hit
the
it
one in front of
with
me.
his longsword.
Oh yeah, he did.
I
hit
hit
it with a
it,
long
did
sword.
massive amounts of damage.
He did a
did, yeah.
lot of damage to it.
About the
It's a
same
lot
amount.
of damage.
About
That's
the
a
same
lot
amount.
damage.
Boom.
That's a hit.
25.
That's a glorious hit.
Mhm.
Not even flex tape can fix
It's
that.
dead.
Ooh, baby.
All right, I need to know how are you killing it? Like, what's
Yay!
are you? So you're taking its head off, just straight cross right on its head. Okay, so yeah, so you bring up the sword and you see Bonla's having trouble getting his axe out of the chest of the creature, and it's perfect, like right there. It's like an executioner's block, and you just cut across, and the head just separates, and for a split second you see like the spine try and reattach as like in slow motion, but then it just goes tumbling to the ground. It, like lazily, its jaw hangs open, and the body just goes slack. What else do you want to do?
The natural. I see foe. I charge it.
All right, there is another. Yes, there is another creature on the other side of the clearing that is kicking the shit out of Sesh.
And
Technical term.
And our one.
I'm not gonna reach the flank guys, and if I come in on the corner, I'm gonna be kind of stuck in combat with.
You can still
So
move
you're-
around though. You can still move
Yeah, you
around.
can move around within it.
Okay, well I'll go there. I'll go to the corner, and I've still got one more attack.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just come in,
So you just-
sideswipe it. Like.
you're just rage. You're just rage running, just, and all you hear is just as his boots are hitting like the pack dirt. And he's going up there. It's
And
like-
as soon as I reach him, I'll-
like out of the side of your peripheral R1, you just see a flash, and then a sword come down onto the creature and hit.
Oh, it's like that meme of the police officer running super speed.
Oh, a
Yeah.
1 on the damage there, but the +6 makes it feel less shit.
Yeah,
you did
7
not-
damage.
Were you targeting the correct creature? You weren't. You weren't targeting the correct creature. So
Was
that's
I not?
7. No, you weren't targeting the creature at all.
Yeah,
I'll just.
I was. Look, 2
Yeah, that is
mysterious
the right
creatures,
one.
That is the
It's
right
not-
one.
Is that?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think it's gonna
oh
take
no.
you.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Oh no, I
I-
misread it. You're fine. You're fine. It's already
Yeah,
there. I was going to give you extra
I'm
damage
right.
on the creature.
Really?
I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Well, I was going to do it because I was going to put it in manually, but no, it's fine now.
we don't believe in cheating here, Roach.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay then.
Other
Seth.
than my character whilst he was charging, going like "Hoorah!" and then flicking the sword at the enemy. That his
Yeah.
exuberance,
Perfect
probably is
form,
what
by the
resulted
way.
in-
Everyone sees it perfect form, like 90-degree angles on the elbows, just like straight up and just like turn it
In his Adidas tracksuit, like.
Yeah.
and he does his armor. It's like the scaled armor, but
No,
it's got the
actually three stripes of
I
the
like
scales are made out
stripes on
of
the
silver.
sides. Stripes
Yeah,
It's
good.
like 3 lines of the scales are made out of like silver.
Actually,
The
no.
rest are,
You've got the
black and
fucking
the Panther Centurion
Panther,
helm.
the
Yes.
Panther Centurion. You're like it's like an Aztec Russian coming out of the bushes with this long sword and just cleaving this guy open.
That's an image.
That's an image. That's an
Yeah,
image.
that's an
yeah.
image.
Sash, it is your turn.
So I get to make a will save, right? And try. Sorry, wisdom save, not will.
Yeah.
I forget
Yes.
that's the thing now.
It is a wisdom save, yes.
Yes.
You are
Crossing
paralyzed
all the
right now.
fingers, boys. Let's do it. Has it? Wait. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the die, like you hit the dice, like the little D20 that's in the bottom left-hand corner of the thing. There you go.
There we go. That's a no.
That's a no. No, you're not able. Just like it's still hitting you, and you are just stuck.
All
in
of
this
the
trance.
townsfolk that have died on my watch just flashing before my eyes.
Yeah, it is everything wrong that you've ever done in your life, just flashing. But it's embellished with a lot more blood than you remember, and it's hitting you.
That one like time a child was born and it died.
It
and
recharged
so
its
depressed about
ability.
it.
God
Oh,
damn
wow.
it!
Someone murder. Just
Okay.
fuck my shit up, fam. Just fuck my
I
shit up.
don't. It does not specifically say that it can't be used on multiple creatures at a time, but I'm going to treat it as a single ability that cannot be reused.
Ah,
unless the
yeah.
first-
Well, you
Unless the
made the
first
creature.
one
It's
saves.
it's up to you. You made the thing.
Yeah. So that's I didn't put that in there, so I'm going to say that's how it works. So that way it can't. That way it can't just every round just go bring point. Just like,
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't put it past it to have a D&D creature that could do that because fucking what they call like Medusas are a cone weapon, aren't they? At 20 feet.
that is true. Yeah.
Gorgons
Yeah,
are like
yeah.
a cone weapon. It's just oh yeah, this entire party because I've got the angle perfect. It's frozen.
But their DCs are lower though.
Yeah.
This is a pretty high DC for that. 'Cause
Yeah.
This is 16, so it's kind of direct, and it's also ranged. It can do that within 30 feet of any creature it sees. Like it's pretty. Yeah. But it gets that back. But it can't use that because it's still in use.
It's a concentration spell.
Yeah, essentially, I'll say that. Well, no, because it does not. It doesn't have to retest every time it takes damage. It's just there. It's just an effect the creature has through its biology. But it's going to see its prey is still locked in. And I'm going to hit. It's just going to keep it. It's not me. It's going to hit Sesh with a claw strike.
Ouch.
That's a 15 to hit, which hits.
Ooh.
Auto crit.
Well,
'cause you're
not
within
15.
5
Not
feet.
it rolled the 15 and then plus 8.
Oh.
So 23 to hit.
Take that out. That's a.
It dropped
that's
a 10
bad.
out of that. Yeah. So it would have rolled an 18 as well if it wasn't advantaged, which still probably would have hit. I think
18 would have hit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it hits hard. It hits hard. And that does how much damage? That does 13 slashing damage.
I have 4
Cross.
HP.
Across your chest. Yeah, it's
Gotta
gonna
hope
keep
this
doing
one
it.
misses. Gotta hope this
gonna
one
keep-
misses.
It's gonna keep hitting you. It's gonna go for another strike with its claws. A 14
Oh,
misses.
misses. Yeah.
14 misses.
Hey.
So slash, other slash, it gets overzealous and it
Straight.
anticipates you pulling back, and it just kind of like it just catches your armor in the wrong way. It doesn't make a good strike at it, and then it's going to go ahead and go for a bite. That is a 9 plus 8, 17.
Whew.
It dropped a 1.
Oh my god.
Kept the 9. But that is a 17. Your AC is
Oh.
18. So it's you barely. So
Dice gods. Dice gods. Thank you. RN Jesus, I will sacrifice my firstborn son to you.
Yeah. It has a bonus action, so it's going to use because it does have a bonus. It does have a couple of things it can use as a bonus action, and it is being surrounded. So
Just fucking runs.
Yeah. It figures out that it is in a bad situation, so it's going to use the ability Not Fully a Man anymore. And what that does is it onto 4 legs again and goes 60 feet.
Do they get attacks of opportunity?
Attacks of up.
They all get attacks of opportunity on there, so you can make those now before it moves.
So that's R1
except
and
for
Ustinia.
Sash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still paralyzed because
Still paralyzed,
fuck
yeah.
me.
Yeah. So Ustinia make an attack of opportunity, and R1 make an attack of opportunity on the creature.
I really need to buy new armor. Just to put that there.
Hey!
I mean, no, these things
Hey!
just hit
Oh,
absurdly
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And they
Still-
automatically do crits because you're unable to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
it does
I have,
automa-
like,
Oh wait.
really good-
Oh shit. That reminds. It doesn't automatically apply the crit bonus to these attacks. It just does a normal roll for the attacks. So that's a double
So
dice
you have
damage.
to
Hold
what was
on.
What was the dice roll? Because if
I've
it's
got
more
look-
than
I'm
like
looking back. Damage. It did 7 plus 6 damage, so that means it doubled the dice damage of 7. So it did.
So I would have been unconscious, I think.
Yeah,
You're
Sesh is down.
unconscious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to retroactively apply the fact that he would have
Done something else.
He would have done something else with that, but yeah. So you're unconscious right now, Sesh. So you're down to full damage, which would be 40. So you're technically dying. And because you're not Sentinel, are you, Ustinia? You don't have Sentinel or anything as a trait?
Sorry?
You don't have you don't have Sentinel, do you, Utari?
No.
Okay, so it makes its movement then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. All right. That's the end of its turn. The other creature is dead. Which I don't know. It's because I coded that wrong. It got back its eye weapon. It's death in its eyes. I think because it rolls at every turn. Okay, R1. It's your turn.
I'm going to move.
Sesh is dying. Next
She
to you.
just fell over and is bleeding profusely from multiple chest wounds.
Can you free action talk on any turn, or is it only your own?
It's yeah. You can talk. You can talk if you want.
I'll get Sesh. Go after the creature.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because I can go so far.
Don't you have a range weapon?
Yeah,
Or range
I'm
spells
going
or anything?
to move to there. I think that's in the center of the thing. And I'm going to shoot it with my little short bow, which is a long
Okay.
bow for me, but short bow for everyone else.
All right.
18.
That's a hit. 8 damage. Okay, yeah, you strike it and kind of like get it in like one of its like the back of its like thigh, and the arrow embeds itself, but it's still going.
And I will cast Healing Word on Sesh. If I can find it. Where is it?
Oh, and you're no longer paralyzed either, Sesh, because death
went
kind
down.
of gets rid of that.
Yeah.
Death kind of gets rid of paralyzed, so that's good.
Sesh
Okay,
got
Sesh is
6.
now heavily wounded instead of dead. So
Yeah.
that's
Cool.
That's a good,
Hey,
that's a
that's
bonus.
an improvement.
Yeah. So
You know?
Sesh, you come back. Like last thing you really remember is like this creature staring at you, and now you're just back and you're on the ground, like in a lot of pain.
Just, just
Yep.
lungs, pain,
Yeah,
ow.
it's like, oh god, I want to die.
Sorry.
Essentially.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, R1?
Yeah.
Okay. Sedna.
Gee, I wonder what she's going to do.
Setna is going to do her movement.
Start filing her nails.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Start brushing her hair.
25, 30. And she takes out a crossbow.
About
hand
time.
Crossbow, and fires at the retreating creature. It's a light crossbow. She is going to attack. And that is a 24 to hit.
Nice.
And that is going to be a 8 damage, and the creature needs to make a Constitution saving throw. It fails, which means it takes 76 poison damage.
Oh, fucking hell.
76. Shit.
Damn.
Yeah,
Sender is prepared.
like R1, you see her walking. She's already taking out the crossbow, and it's like very nonchalantly putting an arrow in there and just starts and fires. And this thing hits the creature, and you hear a scream of like an animal. It's not this creature's normal voice, but it's an animal scream, like it's mimicking, and like maybe like a deer, or you ever hear a rabbit scream?
Yeah.
Yeah, that you know. Anybody who lives out in the country knows a rabbit scream and knows it is the worst fucking thing ever to hear in the middle of the night.
Foxes are pretty bad too.
Yeah, but rabbits are just kind of like, they sound way too human.
Yeah,
Scream
yeah.
in the middle of the night. It
Who
scared
the fuck
shit
got
out of you? Yeah. Yeah, so she does 19 damage, 19 poison damage on the
Jesus.
creature. Which, yeah, that creature looks about dead. And that's going to be... Does she get a multi-attack? She does. So
Of course she does.
She's going to go ahead and make another attack with the crossbow. And that's a miss. The next one hits. Not as badass. Okay. Isaac, your turn.
Okay. I am going to run up at first to next to Sesh.
Okay. She's alive now.
Yeah.
But still heavily damaged.
And I am going to dump a Cure Wounds into her. I need to be at touch for this. I will
target her too.
Yeah.
Target her.
Yep.
Untarget the creature.
Yep. Way ahead. So.
Well, you weren't though, because I had to tell you.
I was working on it. So this is one action. Creature touch gains. I will do this at 3rd level.
Damn.
So you get 3d8 plus 3 heals. 1, 2, 3. Boom.
9 and 9 is 18, and 6 is 25. Oh,
And then
you only have 10 damage left on you, so you are now lightly wounded.
I'm gonna run to there.
Remove that a little bit because you're right on the edge of 2 squares. I don't know which word.
Oh, sorry there. That's where. That's still only 15, but it says 20 currently.
Yeah. There. Okay.
And then, do I have a bonus action attack, spell, cantrip, or are they all actions? Action.
You can do a quicken spell.
Can you use a quicken spell on a cantrip? I don't think you can.
Any spell.
Oh.
Any spell can be quickened. That's its thing.
Yeah, but why does he want you to use a quicken spell? Think about it.
Yeah,
Talking
I
about
He wants to do
shit.
damage. He wants to do damage, and he's only used
I'm not
one
disputing
sorcery
that.
point throughout the
I'm
whole
just
game.
saying that you
I
might
now
want
remember
him
he
to
has
use
them.
his sorcerer points to just like not have them later when we really, really need them.
I'm just saying, do you want this creature out there in the middle of the forest going Vietnam on you?
All I'm saying is I've still got a chance to attack.
Trees are speaking Elvish.
Oh, fuck me. How far away is it? 45?
It's 45 feet, yes.
Fuck it, I'll spend a sorcery
it's-
point and I'll quicken a Sacred Flame and fucking hope that it doesn't avoid
Sacred
it.
Flame!
Come
You gotta
on.
add the fucking part into it, so it's a fucking thing.
Fucking Sacred Flame.
All right. Well, let's see. It has pretty good saves, so we'll see if it does this.
The one time your Sacred Flame works, it just bursts into flame and dies.
Come on, Isaac. It rolled a natural one for its save.
Yes! Okay, so it's going to take two...
Third one of the game. You did it.
So it's going to take...
and-
This is only the third time I've used it as well. I haven't used Sacred Flame yet. So this is... I'm level 5, so it's taking 2d8 radiant damage.
All right, roll them bones.
Yeet.
Oh!
All right. Well, with the first one, you see, Isaac, you just
Well, it's the same one.
focus on
so
your
it's the same
focus on your celestial heritage.
Yeah.
With your hand outstretched, and everyone else, his eyes are closed, but they're still glowing through the eyelids. But all the rest of you see the creature as it's kind of like limping and going, and just it catches on like golden fire, just emanates from it, just and it starts like screaming, doing that thing that and withering on the ground. And a few seconds later, it stills and the fire goes out, and there's like just a blackened corpse there on the ground.
Is it like a spider where it like curls in on itself?
Yeah, kinda. It's all of its. It just kind of goes into a what's that called, fetal position on the ground. And that's the end of combat.
Whew.
That's also time for our midpoint break. So, everybody, go get yourselves a cup of tea or whatnot, a little snack maybe. We'll be back in around 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending. We just need to take a bio break, have a little bit of relax, and get the bad juju of that fight out of our systems. That was and we'll see you in a moment.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I know exactly what I need.
Okay.
Least I can do.
And we're back.
Are we? Are you back as well, Utari?
Yep.
Okay.
He's been sitting here lurking the entire time like a stream watcher. Just
Yeah, it's so weird not having you because we can't see you on the webcam, so we don't know when you're here or not.
Yeah, I know. It's the internet here. We still need to get better internet, and also I need to get a new webcam as well to work
good
with.
news, Roach. I
Mm.
bought a new webcam, so there'll be no more green flashing. Bought Logitech, so
Oh, have you already got it?
it should be here sometime this week.
Oh, I was gonna say because actually I haven't seen as much. Well, actually, I just say that it happened right there because like I might have gotten used to it because it hasn't been happening as much.
Yeah, but no,
now it's happening a lot right now for some reason.
Yeah, I might just keep this and have it as like a secondary angle thing if I ever actually decide to do streaming or whatever. Just because
Maybe.
I have 2 more free slots in my USB hub, so I might as well use them.
One thing you need to be wary of, but if you have 2 webcams plugged in and you use certain streaming softwares, sometimes it can cause it to blue screen if they're the same brand or
These are not the same brand.
or if they run off the same set of drivers. Really weird. Because
He won't.
Well, one
I've
will-
got
he won't be,
2
because Logitech
very
has
different.
One will
its
be a
own driver.
Logitech kit,
Yeah.
yeah. One will be a Logitech driver, and the other one
Yeah,
will
no,
be a
it's
generic
that's
driver.
yeah, okay. That'll be fine then but it's actually an error within Logitech's drivers is the reason I warn you. So I
No.
don't know how it will react.
Well,
They make the best webcams you can get for a decent price, unless
Yep.
you spend a lot on them.
Yep.
I
But
think I
okay.
spent like €25 on it. I think the shipping was like €15.
That's
because
probably got this
it's
one
pretty-
then.
That's yeah, probably.
No, it's not that one.
Or
Is
is
it
it the one that's a black one that has like a set mount with swivel on the top?
Let me check because I have the Amazon app on my phone, so I can just
Fine.
check the shipping and
Well,
stuff.
Anyway,
way,
we've
who-
killed the creatures.
Yay!
So that's the end of the combat.
We should definitely explore one of these things, find out what we're up against.
As the combat ends, you all come back into the kind of coalesce back together. Sesh, you get back up because you've been prone since you woke again. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. But Sedna puts her hand crossbow back into its holster on her hip, and goes, "Are we done?"
Oh,
I
God.
sincerely hope so.
I would quite like to quickly take a look at one of the creatures, just so we can fight them a bit better next time.
I'm going to go up to one of the creatures with that whole, is it dumb thing? Stab it a few times with one of my swords. Yeah,
The one you're-
it looks pretty dumb.
Yeah, the one you're closest to is the one that was hit by the poison arrow and
The
finished
radiant
off by
blast.
Isaac. Yeah, so it's kind of crispy and like little cracks in its skin as you poke it, but it's not moving.
I'd like to go to the one that's not hit by the radiant, any sort of really...
Okay, you don't need to use the map. We're doing this theater of the mind right
Yeah,
now.
I want to go over to the one that was basically butchered instead of burnt, and just have a look at it, peel away some of the
You
skin.
go up to that one. Bonla's kind of against the tree and go, it's kind of a little little blood, a lot of blood coming down from his shoulder as
I go over to Bonla and I'm like, I pull out my suture kit.
puts his hand up. I'm good. I'm good. And but you go up to him, Isaac, and there is the decapitated corpse of one of the creatures. It is on the ground.
I want to take my knife and flay it a bit. I want to see what's under there because this thing does not have a normal anatomy.
It is not actually. You've seen both of them move. They're different. The proportions are completely different. This one's the one you saw in the village.
And I'm gonna exclaim out loud why I'm doing this. So I have a theory that these are.
You just hear underneath as he's talking.
I have the theory that these are constructs, and what we'll find inside these creatures are bones from the corpses within the village. So, is what I want to do is I want to make sure I get out some of the bones. Do they have the same sort of niggle marks as?
Oh, like little hitching and crossing, like cuts and things. Yeah. Take some time. You get a bone out. By the way, as you're opening this thing up, it's just there's not a lot of organ.
Yeah.
For every organ,
so.
it's very atrophied and small organs.
Did I notice the radiant
bones.
damage that I did? Did I notice it hurt it?
Well, as much as it was a pretty big black. You felt a lot of celestial energy kind of coalesce through you to do it.
But
you don't think it did any more than you would expect it to do.
That's fine.
As it was just a lot of damage. It was a lot of damage. So that's kind of what you get. But yeah, you just as you're going through, you find just like it's got a lot of weirdness to it. Like its hips made up of 3 different sizes of bone structures. Its chest is just filled with a whole bunch of ribs, keeping things together. It's got a lot of different spine bits to it that are part of its central spine. But you get a bone out and kind of like crack one of the ribs off. That's one of the easier ones to get at. You look at it. It is just cross-hitched and a lot of cut marks and stuff.
Have the bones fused properly though? So like,
no, that's the weirdest part. They're like now it's just kind of like there's not a lot of structure to it. But when you saw this thing move, it looked like there was structure.
So
and with the way it's like
something
it was reforming every time it moved. Like
so something about it was holding it together rather than the bone structure holding it together. If that makes sense. Okay, so there was like something actively, almost like muscles, but clearly this doesn't work off normal muscle words or cartilage or like the normal way an anatomy would work. So there was something. Okay, I explained to the group that the creatures are made up of bones from the corpses within town.
While he was doing that, I ignored Bonla, gave him a very stern look, and started patching that sumbitch up.
He doesn't say anything.
Right, this is just. Hang on, let me add in my modifier here. This is just straight up suture, so there's no magic, and it can only be done once per short rest. So, that's 9. So he should be back to normal.
Yep, basically.
And I will call up anyone else who's injured and do the same, essentially. So Justinia and R1 are both hurt.
Did I get the same amount of healing from that?
No, I need to roll each time. I just wanted to make sure that I called them over. So this is for R1. Huh.
R1, you heal 12?
You've got used to patching up R1.
Yeah, and this is for Justinia.
Oh!
That's 2 maximum heals in a row, just for anyone sitting at home.
Nice.
And No, I'm going to say I can't use my own suturing on myself, because I'm not that badass yet.
No.
So I will just heal myself using a spell or something.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else wants to do during this time?
Collect my arrows.
Oh, and my axe. I threw my axe.
Make you get that. Make an investigation. Investigation check to see if you get a good number of them or not. Because some of them you missed, some of them you didn't. How many did you use? How many are you down?
7.
7. You get 3 back.
Yes, 7.
That you're able to
I think
find
it's-
on like the creature and stuff.
Arwen's just taking notes of the battle.
As you're getting
Leaving
stitched.
out Sedna and what's his face?
Bala.
Banla. Yeah.
Okay. All right, making that makes you it's in track with Usteni's usual badassery because he's the only one that's attacking that
Yep.
that one face to face.
Hey,
Okay.
again,
so-
I hit that one.
Not face to face.
Technically 6 times.
Yeah.
Just
but not
Dini out here
face-to-face.
being a badass.
Oh no, I technically hit it
Essentially.
9 times because it was 9 missiles that came at it.
You didn't just heal the. I don't think you just.
No,
healed
sorry.
The,
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I should have
creature.
targeted myself.
Oh, no,
I
sick.
Oh
apologize.
yeah, we need to take that off, huh?
Yeah, just remember to take the wounds off yourself because I think all of you are back to normal except
It,
for
it automatically did all that. It automatically did all that,
Yeah.
I think. Or no, well, no, they
No,
did.
because
love
you weren't
that, but,
targeting.
I manually did it. I knew
Yeah.
you weren't
Yeah.
targeting me,
Yeah,
so I just manually did it.
Yeah.
Either way, that worked out.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so yeah, you find your arrows. You're writing things down, R1, and Isaac was kind of like elbow deep into this creature's insides. What else did anybody want to do? While they had time.
Could I make a medicine roll too? Well, I obviously know. I want to see if this creature could have actually been alive from what I can see from it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check. Whenever Mikey gets back from his void.
I'm just gonna sit here and chat to
Yeah,
myself.
You're back.
You're back, you're back.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Yeah, I was just sitting here like, all right, let me roll that and we'll see. And then you were like, when he gets back from his void,
Because
the
we
void
all.
that is Irish internet.
I was gonna
We
say
know
the
that you can hear us when you're frozen. That's why I just kind of kept going forward. I was waiting for the roll to come
Fair, yeah. There it is.
up. Okay,
20.
your medicine check was to find if this creature at one point had been alive or was possibly alive or was a
If it could
person
have
at some
possibly
point.
been alive by itself, if its
Right.
organs worked and all that sort of thing.
I mean, you go next to Isaac and you're looking into it. It has a heart. It has like
What? Really?
the organs. Yeah, it has organs that you would expect it to have. They're just really atrophied. Like the heart's smaller than it should be. The intestines take up a lot less than they should in terms of inside the creature. Its lungs are actually somewhat still the same size. It's like dried. Like everything on the inside's dried and atrophied down. the way
Would
it
you
is now.
say it looks something similar to what embalming might be like at some point?
Well, given the fact that you don't usually embalm with a lot of the organs still
Fill it in.
in the
Yeah, but
inside.
if I was embalming somebody and I didn't take the organs out, would this what I would assume they would look like?
No,
No. Okay.
no, because that's not how
Is
embalming
it
works.
more like
like mummification? You're trying to
Yeah,
think of, or,
yeah,
So
mummification
then
or-
yeah, kind of like it's kind of petrified now.
okay?
I would say if this creature, whatever it may be, it might be able to actually be alive by itself. But I'm gonna give that a solid plausible.
Are
at
there
best.
any? Can I investigate the creature for suture marks or scars of that nature, like scars left after a wound's been closed and such?
Oh, like go ahead and make a medicine check, or make a medicine check or a perception check.
Can I investigate? I want to literally move him around.
Medicine or investigate.
I'm
I'll
gonna
allow both.
go investigation, I think, because I get a better bonus.
That's
So
also
that's a
true.
20.
That's fair.
It's a 20. Okay. Yeah, this thing's been like not medical scars, but this thing's been opened up and closed a lot. Like there's a huge number of like scars across all of its skin and like
Okay, yeah.
and everything all up and down it. Like every bit of skin that you can see, it's weird. It's like scar. The whole skin is like a scar.
Scar tissue. Yeah.
Yeah. None of it's like that's why it's so it doesn't move. It's not stretchy as skin would be. It's very taught, and yeah.
Can we get going? I don't. Less time we have to spend here on this island, the better.
Yep. Okay. Let's. Okay. That's fine by me. We'll walk and talk about the creatures.
Let's go.
Just a second.
That
So,
fucking hurt, by the way.
so let me
Okay.
just change aisle.
I'm gonna need everybody to make a perception check.
No, fuck.
Great.
I just
They come
closed
back
that
from
map.
the grave. Perception.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I-
23, nat 20.
19. I got
Mine's
17
not
plus 2.
rolling. Hang on.
But
Please
nice,
roll.
Ustini on the natty 20.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, my rolls are garbage. Excuse me, I'm distracted by the
A
fact
3
that I
plus
almost
7
died.
is still a 10. That's still pretty good
it's
perception.
Still not bad.
That's higher
yeah,
than
but
some
you're-
people's passive.
Oh, and also Sedna.
You've 8 wisdom.
Bonla has a -2, so that was a 0.
There you are.
Bonla's just like, I'm super like depressed because I accepted help from this random dragonborn woman.
He's very upset with himself. He upset his captain. As you kind of get back into your marching order and go out. Actually, Usteni is the only one who passed the DC for this. You look back over at the charred creature, and it's not there anymore.
Hey guys, where'd the body go?
We all swing around and look.
It's nothing there anymore. You see where they hit. You see where it hit, and obviously there's no scars because nothing you've done has actually done anything to the forest or any of the
Ground,
plants.
yeah.
But where it was, it is no longer there. There's bits of dead skin and burnt parts on the ground, but there's nothing there anymore.
I have a theory. A secondary theory.
Is the other body still there?
Oh yeah, it's still there, just on the
Okay.
the body's slumped against the tree and the head's on the
Oh
ground.
god, we have to
I-
decapitate them.
Not
Fuck.
or dismember them.
It's a necromorph. Ah, shit.
We have to dismember them. Well, that's good to know, but it also means we need to be aware that there is definitely at least one more out there, if not more.
Everyone
Good
stay
eyes,
within
Ustini.
30 feet of me.
Hmm
Is it possible to pick up our pace a little bit?
Have we definitely left
I
the
don't know.
area
We're going
yet?
as slow as the person with the shortest legs.
I'm on a dog.
That doesn't mean
He's on a
anything.
dog. He's not
Yeah.
slowing things down.
No.
What did you say, Isaac?
Have we left the area yet? Have we started walking?
You're on your way out as you notice.
Gotta
this. If you
quickly
wanna keep
run
going,
back
you
and
can.
cut off the hand of the one that's left and take it with me.
Okay, yeah, you get like against the tree, chop. now you have and by the way, as soon as you chop it, like the hand does like the bug thing where it just goes closes down as and really weirdly too, because it's all none of its movements are smooth.
Okay.
It's very like
So-
jerky and cracking and stuff.
Another
as it
thing I
goes.
want to do while we're walking, we can do this. I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting. I'm going to pop a vial of holy water and put a couple of drops on it, see if anything happens to the hand.
Kind of like swish it around in there and drop a couple of drops.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
I'll pat
going-
Ustini
but-
on the shoulder. Good job.
Sedna speaks up on this. It may be some sort of holy construct.
Holy construct.
This place was best
The-
blessed by Morden.
It cursed by more.
One man's curse is one man's blessing.
But that would incur that a holy would damage it if it was actually not holy. Either way,
This is getting interesting.
it may be in some way a holy or radiantly based.
As
Does
someone
anybody else
who
notice
is
how
as somebody who is radiantly based, would I be able to know that?
Not you've never met another one in your adult
True.
life, so
True. That's very true.
you wouldn't necnecessarily know.
That's very
on
true.
that.
Okay.
It
fair
depends
enough.
on what this is based off of. I mean, if it was radiantly based for like the Raven Queen, probably something that's like a radiant creature to the Raven Queen would be probably pretty fucked up.
Yeah, true.
So, who knows?
So yeah, I'm going to speak up and say, as we were walking, did anybody else notice how my ice breath did nothing to the foliage?
Yes.
Yeah, that's because the foliage isn't here. We've already
As an
established
afterthought,
that.
I noticed it. Yes.
This place is getting more and more weird.
How? Okay. Can I try and grab a
What you're saying
leaf
is we're
from a
inside
tree,
my head.
or a bush or anything nearby as we walk? I want to try and grab
you
the
what?
leaf.
The leaf.
Yeah, like off the tree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go up to,
Specifically
like,
the
as you're
greenery
walking.
rather than the wood.
Okay, as you go to like a low hanging like oak or
Yeah.
something, you find like you pluck a leaf off and you see a leaf as you keep walking. Make a perception check, or make a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
15.
15. You don't notice anything different. It's a leaf. It feels like a leaf. It is the leaf. You move it around. It is a leaf. You know, it feels perfectly fine.
I like to think that Sesh is someone from the desert would just be like, it's just fucking weird greenery. I don't see much greenery where I'm from.
It grows. What the fuck?
What the fuck, man? Needs water and some shit.
Isaac, can I see that
Of course.
leaf?
The leaf or the hand?
The leaf.
Okay.
Well, the leaf right now.
He's just holding a
Alright.
dismembered hand in one hand
I-
and then a leaf in the
Would you
have a
like a
leaf in your
hand?
Get the fuck out.
So
You have a
while I'm
leaf.
writing Barry, I'm going to cast Identify as a ritual on the leaf.
Takes you 10 minutes as you. It's 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And you're focusing on it.
I'm assuming this is considered an item.
I mean, it is an object.
Okay. So if it was created by a spell, I can learn what spell created it,
Okay.
or if there's any spells affecting it, and what it is.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna directly message you. What this is.
Whispers.
Just big old copy pasta.
This will mean nothing in the rule book because it doesn't exist in the rule book.
Okay.
You just see Crimson very slowly put the rule book down.
Hold on, I have to look it up. But go ahead. Well, because it's gonna take him 10 minutes to cast this anyways. So I'm looking this up.
I'm going to assume that we all keep our heads on a swivel because we now know that there are shit out here that wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Except for Arwen. He's busy.
Yeah. We're
And
keeping an
after-
eye on things.
After the 10 minutes of focusing on that, I'll ask Isaac for the hand and do the same.
Okay, I give him the hand. Trying not to
Yeah.
make the pun.
You just see Isaac curl up. He just like falls in on himself like a black hole when he tries not to make the pun. Just,
Okay.
I can
that
be
is the
quite
leaf,
humorous,
and
don't you
on
know?
the hand, you get no magical
Okay.
thing from the hand. It does not present as magical to you. But I whispered the spell to you.
Oh no, I've got a theory.
game theory.
I was just about to say that.
I hate all of you.
Is there... I say
Well,
this
we're
out
doing
loud
it
to the group.
here.
I'm going to say this out loud to the group. Is there any chance that Pelon the Pious isn't quite dead?
Shit.
Can I do a history check? Or something
Actually,
like that?
Actually, only a few people would even have no knowledge of Pelon the Pious. Although he was a redemptor, he was not from the Northern Kingdoms. He always stayed down south. He was captured by a boat from the Northern Kingdoms, but he never stayed there. So
Would the good captain and Bonla might know something there?
they might roll street check. Bomba doesn't know
I'm
shit.
just thinking, if we're theorizing
That's
that
a
these
natural 20.
if these creatures are made radiantly, or through some sort of divination. He is Pelon the Pious, after all. Is there a chance that he's been making the creatures?
Sedna speaks up. I recall when I was very young that word got out of Pelon the Pious's death. He had been constructing a church on Rapkus, the northern shoreline, when he collapsed and was considered dead.
Okay, so collapsed, but no one's ever known where he was buried or anything like that.
Well, we know where he's buried. That's why we're here.
Where we're going.
The rumor is that his followers, he did accrue quite a following in his later life, took his body and entombed him in his current tomb as per his last wishes.
This is going to be an interesting time.
Great.
And by the way, at this point,
Get some real
both of your
old
identifiers are
sarcophagi
out.
shit
You know
going on
everything.
here.
Right. Can I do a
Arcana?
Arcana or a history check to know if I know anything about this particular spell?
Go ahead and make a history check for you. Yeah, go ahead.
23.
Pelon the Pious.
23. Second. You've heard of something like this. Simac's Greater Curse is a very old rumor of a spell. In fact, when you first, because your identify tells you internally, like psychically, what's going on with it. And when you heard, what was that? And then you realize, oh, like this is the equivalent of like theoretical physics kind of level stuff. Like there was an individual about 200 years ago called Simac, and he theorized that a certain amount of different components together could do a greater curse, which there are curses, like minor curses like Bane and things like that exist in magic as you know it. But the greater curse is like the pinnacle of that. It's something that could poison an area of Earth forever until somehow the underlying cause or an even greater or equivalent cleansing magic could be applied to it to get rid of it. It's very much theoretical. All that's left is like his notes. And you kind of like that's about all you get. It's actually a very high DC. You only beat it by 1. So so you kind of half remember that in part because you were in a class, and Bard College is very active. It's very kind of like, you could show up for class today if you want. Or
you went to hear like a guest lecturer talking about theoretical magics.
Yeah, it was kind of that thing. It wasn't a requirement. You decided to do that instead of
credit.
Bard Cooper.
Yeah,
he was a weird one.
Yeah, so that's about all you really get out of it. You just remember, wow, this really nerdy guy came and talked about this one time, and that's about all you got out of it.
There's proof, and into the notes it goes.
I wonder if Mr. Bush would like to hear about that, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. I think you said Bush. I'm like, what?
I mean, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
That's Clinton.
That's Clinton. It's a completely different president.
Bush needs new.
They're all the same to me, okay, except for Obama, because Obama's still my president. Get the fuck out.
Bush invades the Jade Isles because of supposed WMD.
I was gonna say Bush needs a spell so he can just curse the Middle East. Just get rid of it.
Ooh,
that'd be Cheney. That'd be Cheney.
Yeah, it would be Cheney.
Anyways,
that's what you get from your absurdly high history check.
Okay.
She was just saying about how maybe Pelon's followers were, Pelon being the pious and how how the captain had told us about how even though he was reprimanded and he was told your soul is saved, you can stop being a redemptor, he still kept trying to do it all. So maybe that devotion slash lack of self-forgiveness has caused his soul or his spirit to remain, sort of thing.
I am gonna tell my companions about the curse and what I know about it.
Huh.
So the island is cursed.
So yeah, what it tells you is the leaf is there because of a magical spell called Simak's Greater Curse.
Other than that, I fell asleep during Bard Cooper's class. It was boring.
It's very classical bard. Always played a lute.
Bard Cooper is like in the Bard's College, just you. Someone's talking about me.
But yeah, that's what you get. Keep walking. Just keep
walking.
What time of day is it
walking.
currently?
Well, I would be able to tell you definitively, but apparently, Fantasy Calendar is no longer like loading for me, which is where I kept my time of date thing. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so I guess it's off of beta now, so that's weird. Give me a second. Is that yes? There we go. I got it back. I've been trying to load this fucking website for like 2 hours.
Oh hell yeah!
All
it's
it
a little bit
needed was
past
me
noon.
mention. Okay, so we've still got loads of the day left.
Well, you've got maybe about because it goes like if right now is about 2 o'clock. Sunset is usually about 7:30.
Yeah. Okay, still got
About
quite a few hours of walking.
4.5 if you want to push it, maybe.
So that's what you got on time of day. And is there anything anybody wants to specifically do in that time, or if not, then we can kind of move forward.
Let's montage our way forward in the expedition.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're just picking across montage. So
a walking montage for a change.
Yes, exactly.
There's nothing cool about it. It's just 2 steps walking, cut, few steps walking, cut.
No, it's like one of those Lord of the Rings montages where you're following us walking across all the different bits
Cameras
of forest from
revolving.
like helicopters and drones.
You're following us walking across basically New Zealand.
Yeah, except
Yeah,
much
basically.
greener. So Ireland?
Well, no, New Zealand is pretty England in the way it looks.
Yeah, it is.
It's
I'm
painfully like this like it's not as much when you're in here because you have all the brown trunks of trees and all the like the earthy tones that you're getting, but like still when you look up it is a jade dark green that you're seeing coming through the light. Like it's all colored by green. It's just pervasive throughout all of your journey. But you continue on. Yeah, you continue on along the footpath that you're still kind of going along that you found. That's the Sedna continues to look at her map that she has. So west, southwest along the footpath, and you continue going along.
Chopping through this foliage.
Yep, and you're gonna go for another. You've got maybe 2 hours before nightfall.
Okay.
And you're just at the edge of a clearing. You're like go to a clearing and you can start seeing from in front of you, like instead of forest, it starts turning into like a bog.
Oh, so we're about. I can't ping on the map, but there is like a
No, I
bog
can.
area.
If we turn right here, we should cross a river and then get to the Lone Willow, which would be a good place to camp.
If we can make it to the Lone Willow today.
There's no scale. There's no real big scale on the map that you can.
Camping by the river might be a good idea.
It does make it harder for things to sneak up on us.
From one side.
One side.
Yes. Which is better than worrying about all sides.
But also depending on how fast it's moving. it can disrupt hearing.
As long as everyone stays within 30 feet of me, no one can be attacked by surprise.
True.
What do you think, Captain? After all, you're paying us. It's your decision at the end of the day.
I pay you to keep me safe during this journey. I was told that you have great experience in killing things, and she's looking at Ustenia's leopard hat, leopard helmet
big-
that he's wearing.
The Displacer
Yeah.
Beast flow he's got going on.
Yeah. If you believe it's advantageous for us to camp next to the river, then I will agree to this.
I glance upon her.
Ustinia,
He's
you're
standing next to the president, or not the president.
Next to the president.
Next to the president. Not the
Mr.
president. Mr. President. Next to the captain, and just he's like not a lot of like he's his windedness is gone by now, and he's just kind of he's got his axe still in his hands. And he's nodding along with what she's saying. He's a man of very few words, and also doesn't seem to have the capacity to disagree with her.
okay. Fine. Ustinia,
Forcefully, or he's just really loyal?
You don't know.
Ustinia,
We'll find out.
You're our resident survivalist. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a think here. What he would actually say on this thing.
Yeah.
Basis.
So I gotta say before you go any further, I love the fact that they go to you as an expert, and the first thing we hear is like that's
Yeah.
that's
Like,
perfect. I love it. Eastern European accent, just going. It's great. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm not really that sure.
What you talking about, Willis?
I believe that in terms of encampment, we definitely do not want to go near a swamp or marshes or anything like that. The water would be bad. There'll be lots of insects, and it's quite easy to be ambushed without being defensible. The terrain will be as bad for us. I think we should camp out. If the river's deep enough that people cannot, go over, and there's not too many trees nearby, it'd be good for like vision. We could set up maybe some sort of defense if you're worried about that. But I'd say with these fuckers that are going through the branches, we definitely do not want to be near the trees. I'd like somewhere open.
Okay, we try to find the most open position as we continue our journey to the trees, then I say. To the river.
Okay.
You do see Sesh nod in agreement because,
Also-
she's a town guard. She's protected things for a while. She understands
Who
what
was
he's
our
saying.
reference?
Hmm?
Also, who's telling Sidna about us? We need to go hire them. Become our
As a
marketing
PR. We need to
department.
hire them as PR manager.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, you can't do the shit you've done without getting a couple of stories in taverns and stuff.
Didn't she say she heard about us from the place where we killed the Displacer Beast? So
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She
If
said
she's a
her-
captain, what's she doing that far inland?
that was
no,
a
she
that was
heard
a
you.
coast
No,
or
what
town.
it's a coastal town, but didn't have a big port. But she said she heard some stories from some individual Fall Harbor.
Oh, okay, all the way back there.
Which is why I wasn't involved in it at all, because she's like, you're fucking new.
Yeah.
What did we do?
Well, it's well after.
Fall Harbor was
Yeah.
the mines
Oh
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the
creepers.
drugs.
The
Yep.
creepers and the
And
drugs.
the drugs. Yep.
The drugs.
Oh,
The drugs.
does she know the man with the ruby smile?
You ever asked?
I'm gonna ask her.
You know, so as you're walking,
You
Yeah.
pull out one of those
Just
cigars
asking.
that you took because you haven't smoked it yet.
I've still got some of the drugs on me. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't mean the drugs. I mean the cherry flavored cigar that he was.
Oh yeah, we've still got the cherry. Have we still got the cherry cigars? I can't remember. Ustinia
Yeah,
has
I've
those.
listened to all of your podcasts. Remember, you took one.
yeah,
and
none of
Rival
you have
took
smoked
one.
them, so
Oh yeah,
it
fair.
should still be there. Yeah.
Unless like they got wet, in which case
so
they
you're
might be ruined.
asking. So you're asking if she knows Ovar?
Yeah, over.
Ovar? She's walking as you kind of fall back because she's near rear of the formation.
He's also the only other
which is
person of
one.
ill repute we've had before.
I know Ovar. He's a interesting character.
I only ask because you said you heard about us in Fall Harbor, and
There was a traveling merchant caravan that that said they had heard some stories about a group of individuals that had slain some great beasts in a forest.
oh,
A few other things had come up as well. Clearing the mine of the Fall Harbor. I don't think Ovar ever mentioned you.
we did some work for him the first time we arrived, when we first arrived in the freeholds.
Interesting.
I didn't.
And keeps
Just-
walking after that. She doesn't seem to be too fussed with getting to know people. She like.
No, we're the hired help, but
Yeah.
I just want to get a
That's what
better
you're getting
gauge
from
of
this.
her.
Justini is the quote-unquote hired muscle here, and Rivalon's the quote-unquote hired archer. And everybody else is just here as a bonus.
Huh?
I mean, essentially.
All right, so you go for another hour unless anybody else wants to do anything during that.
Oh, yeah, one thing I
yeah.
definitely want to do that I forgot to do earlier and was toying whether I should have done it in the fight or not, but it cost me an action. I'm going to throw my Stone of Ioun into the air.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, Stone of Ioun. That gives you a +1 to AC.
Yeah.
Okay, you could. All right.
It's a whole action to do it in combat. Like,
That's true. All right, so now everybody sees a stone floating around Isaac's head, just slowly as it goes. I don't know what color it is. It'll say that.
grey, I think, is the protection one.
Gray. Okay.
Could I do a perception check of the woods around us?
Okay, go ahead. Do a
I'll
perception
give you
check.
advantage on that.
Give it with
Thank you very
advantage.
much.
Using the help action.
Hey!
20. All right. Again, you're starting to actually get used to it. It's super quiet. All you're hearing is like the crunching of your feet against like the loose ground underneath them, and people kind of shuffling around. Some creaking of wood in the wind. What little there is. Don't hear anything outside of that, and you don't see anything interesting. Actually, no, that was a 20.
Yep.
Kind of look over behind the group. Look back, double take. There's a big raven, kind of like 400 feet back, like up in the air and behind the group, silently, kind of like flying and doing like a little circle, flying, doing a little circle.
When you say large, do you mean like rock-sized?
No, not rock sized. More like just a particularly large raven.
Okay, and it's what flying along the path we're taking and circling, and then
Kinda.
matching
It's-
our pace, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's staying far back. It's like 400 feet up in the air and a good, if you had to like linearly, 400 feet up in the air and maybe like 100 feet back. So I guess, maybe 500 feet linear total distance direct back, but
How
it's not
far
making
can
any.
I fire?
Yeah, wasn't
We had
was
a
when you
bird
came
when
back
we
to the
originally-
island, wasn't the bird that we saw like a blackbird, a crow, or a rook, or something like that, or a raven?
Yeah, we
maybe?
heard it from the other little island.
Yeah,
Yes,
That's
and
weird.
we might be being stalked by a druid, as we know.
my notes are coming in handy.
Who
you know.
we know can
Yeah,
turn
good note
into another creature.
I would like to point out I haven't told you that I've seen this yet.
Sorry,
Yeah, but I just wanted to point out for
Just-
you that we
fair
saw
enough.
this bird earlier.
And I will
'Cause I'm
reinforce the fact
assuming
that we're being
Rivalon will
we know that we're
remember this.
possibly being stalked by a druid who we know can turn into a bird, because that's how they escaped.
It wasn't a bird; it was like
we
a
know they turned
four-legged
into an animal. We don't know what
Yeah.
animal,
You
or
just
whether
know
they
animal.
decided to a
They
particular
turned into an animal, and I followed the tracks, and then the tracks disappeared as if it took off into the air.
That is yes. That is what I described it as. Yes.
So
What was the ground like?
The ground, like you're right at the edge of the.
No, I'm just making sure. That's all. Don't worry. Did the ground change, or was it?
Oh, are you asking Isaac?
Yeah.
Like it was at the middle of the night
was
or
night.
the morning whenever
I mean-
when
All right,
yeah,
forever.
he tracked it and they just went as far as you could.
Whether or not you got to like rocky outcroppings or anything like that, because that.
Oh
could-
no,
it was in
I
that-
got to a forest. I got to a
It was-
forest.
You got to a
it was
forest,
an
fair
edge
enough,
of
I
the
just-
forest, yeah.
It was plains, and then it took off at the forest.
Right.
So it could have just been a big cat that jumped into the trees.
Could have been. All he knows is that it
Anyways.
the
I
place disappeared.
theorized flight because
Yeah.
But that's what
There's
you
nothing to
see. with the
disprove your
20.
theory. So
yeah,
Yeah, with the 20, that's what you see. You don't see anything else like terrestrially, but you just see. Yeah, you just notice like very quietly. There's this bird, pretty
Alright.
far back.
I move up to Isaac and kind of quietly explain what I've seen, so that he is aware.
okay.
I
Walked
This
to
is
the.
the only bird on the island that I have seen so far.
I'm gonna walk to the captain to ask to make sure she clocks it and ask her. Do any of the crew have a pet or familiar that matches that bird?
Not that I know.
So, quick interjection. Since I assisted with that role, could I have seen the raven as well?
Oh yeah, you did assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have been aware of it.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
Okay. I think it's following us.
I will inform the rest of the party then, since Rivellon slips off to Isaac.
I tell Rivellon and the captain, because I assume we're kind of in a small hush-hush as we walk. I believe the bird is following us.
God, you're gonna make me do
I can kill it.
Is it in range for you?
I go up to about 600 and something odd feet.
If-
What's your optimum range? Do you have a maximum range? Or do you have an optimum range?
First
Range bracket. What's the first range bracket?
What is it on my?
If it's a longbow, it's
Should be.
200, I think. So you'd be
Yeah, so you'd
firing
be firing
at
at disadvantage to get this.
Sure, it's not.
Hold on, I'll check.
But I also
think
don't know
most
if you have
standard
any feats
longbows.
being an archer, or like if you had any archer feats or anything.
Like dead shot or long shot, whatever it's called.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the one.
if you click the bow of warning like in your inventory and open up properties, ammunition range. So it uses ammunition. Its range is 150 by 600. So 150. So from 0 to 150 is normal attacks, but anything past 150 to 600 is disadvantage, and 600 is your max range.
Yeah, so I can hit
That's-
up to 600.
Yeah, but it's at
I'd
disadvantage.
have to disadvantage it.
Yeah. So
Am I
that's what
going
you
for
get.
it?
Captain.
The captain's not going to make a decision.
I paid
Don't
you.
captain my captain.
Exactly.
I paid-
She pays
I-
us to do it, so she's not going to actually make a decision.
Rivellon, I defer to your better judgment then.
I pay you to make
I
me
screwed up.
safe, not to. Oh, God. As she's trying to say, I didn't pay you to deal with your shit during my time. Is what she was gonna get out. You just.
She doesn't know that this is our shit.
Miss by like 400 feet, just goes way low and just like arcs down. And just like, ooh, yeah, you weren't prepared for that kind of reach.
No,
There.
I wasn't.
No,
Everything
and
you've
you
been
just see the
shooting
bird.
is like relatively close recently. You
Yeah,
haven't done
you're
it enough.
Legolasing this. You're not doing long range. Like you're for speed and accuracy, not necessarily for distance. Is what you've been doing. But yeah, as it misses by a good solid distance. Yeah, the bird sees it and like arcs a little bit towards you, a little quicker, and then it flies backwards, and all you hear is like as then it goes off into the distance, and you lose it past the canopy of trees.
Well, he's just not following us anymore.
Yep.
And with that, you arrive at a river, right about about a half hour before sunset. In front
I half
of you,
expected you to say, and it goes away and roll initiative.
4 creatures jump out of the trees into the path.
Oh God!
You come across like it everything because you're like straddling the edge of the forest and this bog on the one area that's not either of those, like kind of like just a small clearing of and you come across a river. It is a maybe 40-foot wide span of rushing water, and it's got a good 20-foot down from your level.
Wow.
Like it is like sheer down, and you can just you come across it, and it's like weird because usually you'd be able to hear something like because it's just kind of rushing water down this area, you'd be able to hear it, but once you get within 15 feet, it's like clicks on, and it goes like it's quiet, like water going like rushing down the through the path that it's on, kind of like a very poorly coded sound trigger in a game.
Okay.
And yeah, you just see that 40-foot span to another sheer edge of land on the other side.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I spot a bridge anywhere?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. Oh, that's the best perception check I'd rolled so far.
Yeah. You kind of step up to the edge, look down towards the way you came. Nothing that way. Look back up a little on the kind of like the incline. Look up and you kind of squint. Oh, you see a bridge. Not too far away. Maybe like 10-minute walk down the.
I just point down.
bridge.
There's a bridge down there.
Well, looks like we found a way across. Shouldn't be too long now. Captain looks to the sky. We could get across before the daybreak, unless we're planning on staying here for the night.
Does it look clearer of trees the other side?
A bit.
Okay, then yes, I'd say we should
Camp.
camp the other side of it if it's go to the bridge, cross it.
Okay.
Because clear
Not
of
staying
tree.
around the trees.
Well, clear of the trees.
Don't
less
give the
ambush.
predator the advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all the Vietnamese is just lining all the trees with these creatures.
So you walk along for about 10 minutes and come across a bridge. This bridge is anchored on both ends by big, like 2-foot wide logs that have been kind of pounded into the dirt on either side of this, like maybe 3.5-foot wide bridge made of planks and rope. But the logs are pretty firmly set, and you can see it's basically mirrored on the other side, and it's softly swaying in the mist that is created by the rushing water beneath.
So just in theory, you could cut the ropes and the bridge would fall.
You'd have to cut both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to cut both. Because the
Both
bridge
on
wouldn't fall
one side.
on one side.
Yeah.
Because then it would just like one like
Yeah,
right.
cut
Indiana
the ropes
Jones.
on the right side, the left side would still stay up, but then it'd be
Right.
like a tightrope walk across. But yeah, you could do that.
Okay. Well, I will go first to check the soundness of the bridge.
Isaac just sprouts wings.
Well, that's
Bastard.
what I'm saying. If everything goes pear-shaped, I will. I'm the best person to try and recover themselves from a drop.
Who's heavier, me or Bonla?
Bonla.
Ustinir
like,
in
yeah.
plate armor.
He's a little bit shorter than you, but he's a
He's
It's
just
a lot more broad.
strong,
lot
just
more
huge.
broad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just drunk. Yeah.
With a big old capital K at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk across the bridge and. test
You're
its
walking
structure.
across. This is an old bridge.
Yeah,
This
thought
has
it
been
might
here
be.
for decades,
Mhm.
and the ropes creak, and the planks look really unsound. But as you walk, it feels
Okay.
brand new. Just walk across. Go across, and you're at the other end. None of the planks felt unsaid. There's a plank that you stepped on that had like a hole in it.
Yeah.
Like it looked like if you put enough weight on it, it would just snap because like the center bit is gone.
Yeah.
Like a knot from the wood like fell out at one point. Just left the empty space. But it felt totally solid. Like a 2x4 had just been cut and put there.
Okay. I believe
Can
it's
you get
safe to
across?
cross. I shout. I bellow.
I'll go next.
All right. Sesh. You walk across.
She keeps her
Feels
head
odd.
facing forward, does not look down. She hates heights.
Oh no.
It feels oddly solid as you go across. And before you even know it, you're on terra firma again.
I'll go next.
Okay. Rivellon, same thing. You walk across. After a bit, you're on terra firma again. Does not seem out of the way. The captain and Bonla push past the two that are left on your side, and they start down on their own. And they walk across together.
Yeah, fair.
Nothing happens. They get over there. and
You
they-
can see Crimson going, oh no.
Oh god. All right, Ustenia, you want to go first?
No, Arwen wants to go first.
Here's a question, Arwen.
Go first. I don't care.
Here's the question, Arwen. Do you want to be the only one? Do you want to be the only one left on this side of the bridge if it collapses? Or do you
What?
Honestly-
what distance is this gap again?
It's 40 feet.
40 feet. How
Yeah,
much
from-
do you weigh?
Me?
Yes.
Well, by myself, I weigh like 42
But he's
pounds.
with the dog.
Do you think
Well,
I
I have
could
a-
throw him?
And the dog.
And the dog?
And the dog?
Do you think I could yeet him? Well, the dog's lighter than him, isn't it?
You know,
Dog's heavier than
no,
me.
the
Do
dog's
you think
heavier.
I could yeet them both one at a time?
What's your strength? What's your strength score? I like how I knew you were checking it because this Z's on top of your name went away immediately. After
18.
18.
He rages,
I mean,
so he gets it to 20.
It would be the dog would be hard.
The dog.
The dog. Well, the dog's awkward. The dog's awkward. As like if you had to throw a dog
With
that's the
saddlebags.
awkward- with saddlebag, like he's carrying shit. It would be like you're talking like it would be kind of awkward, and you might hurt him. You definitely hurt him. R1, you might be able to like if you got some like momentum going
Okay.
and through him, you might be able to use that to get him across.
Send the dog across, then Ustenia, and then R1. And if R1 struggles to get across, I can fly, grab him, and bring him across.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Come on, Barry. Come on, good boy.
Well,
Good boy.
it depends if Arwen insults him. I think this situation here. Arwen, like, you want to go first? I don't care. Come on, decide. What are you going to pick?
I'll let you go first.
You let me go first? Okay, fine. Okay, so he's not going to get into an argument over it. All right, because I was, if there was an argument, I was going to have him rage because he's getting fed up, and then eat him.
Okay. All right. So Barry races like past your legs and goes down the bridge after R1 gives like the go, and it's just like a dog, just across the bridge. Doesn't even give a shit, and he's already across before you're even 1/3 of the way through.
I'd love to find out that Barry this entire time has perceptioned through the magic veil, and he can see like everything's fine.
Yeah.
I pet the dog when he gets across because he's a good boy.
Ustenia, you're coming across, and you're just walking normally. Okay. Ustenia, you're going across, and you're about the halfway point, and then out of like the peripheral right side of your vision, you see like a black thing coming down from the sky. You look over and races past you, and part of the bridge like rope on the right
Fucking
side
bird.
is cut.
Fucking Raven.
And it's like doing that thing where it's like fraying a little bit more.
Uh-oh. We
Because
better
it goes
move,
right
we better
my bow
move.
And everybody else sees the bird do like a 180 in the air and starts coming back around.
It's coming back!
I'll
Open
go
fire!
down. I'll get them.
Just imagine
firing.
Stay's like, hey, hey, hey!
I sprout my wings.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
And I'm
so
gonna start flying.
let's do this one
I-
after the other. Let's do this one after, because Rivlon said first. Rivlon, go ahead.
Yes, I'm going to shoot at the bird. Again.
Okay.
How far away is it?
It's definitely within range. It's
Definitely within
it's
range.
Definitely within. Yeah, it's less than 60 feet at this point.
Ooh.
17.
17. It has an armor class of 12.
That hits the bird.
Nice.
That
That
hits
hits.
birds. Yes, it hits. Okay, so this is gonna be a weird way of describing this.
Is it gonna? Oh, wait. So if this is someone who's polymorphed, the bird.
So what happens?
Once the
I
bird
will
loses the bird's hit points, it's gonna turn back. So if
So
you hit
what's
this
happening
person
is this-
past the bird's
is this raven is coming across at basically, because it has a fly speed of 50 feet, so it's doing a double dash. So it's going 100
Right.
feet in the air towards Ustenia, like not directly towards Ustenia. It's going for the place where it kind of like clipped the rope a little bit before.
Yeah.
And you kind of like you're gauging it. You're lined up on the arrow, and then you kind of look ahead of the arrow for a second, your arrow keeps going. You're looking at the creature. No. And it's like the intersecting, and what you expect it to go, like you've hit birds before, you've hunted, and
Yeah.
it just like kind of goes through the bird and then it just falls down. But what you see is
The bird disappeared.
it goes, and you see a somewhat familiar looking half-elven woman.
Oh no! It was polymorph.
Live in you in green. In a green cloak with red accents, which is new. And she just appears and
Flying at 100 feet per second.
100 feet laterally.
Going.
She's got a druid. She might know Featherfall.
She doesn't have that prepared.
Oh god! I'm so sorry, Roach.
Oh.
But
I'm not.
she
I haven't
avoids.
fired my second arrow yet.
She avoids. Well, this is. I'll give you one more shot at a certain point, but this is like
Okay.
happening in sequence. She rolled a 19 on the acrobatics check plus like 4, so she avoids slamming into Ustenia on the bridge, but then she continues on past the bridge into the torrent of water that's on the ground. That's below. You get one more shot
We're gonna
before she goes out of your line of sight.
team rocket this woman.
Liven's blasting off again.
Okay, you hit.
Ooh.
Not
That's
the
a
best.
1 on damage.
Yeah, you clip her like in the leg, and hold on, let's see if she can do this before then. 'Cause she technically has not used an action. Yep, that's good enough. And Ustenia, you're the only one who sees this because she disappears from the line of sight of the other group as they're kind of like. Just goes
What the fuck?
Stop flying, half elf.
But Ustenia, you're looking as she goes across because she like passes like within 10 feet of you, like at 100 miles an hour, like 100 feet a second, or 6 seconds, whatever. And she dips. She's right before she hits the ground, or before she hits the water. You see, and she's no longer Lyman. She's in the water.
She's no longer live, and she's what?
She's a trout
Oh,
in
okay.
the water. It's just like
Itch.
floop.
Actually,
And,
wait, isn't the water here poisoned?
We don't know that.
We don't know.
Wasn't that
but
mentioned
yeah,
in like
she-
in
I was gonna
Mary's
say, to pull that
thing?
off, she rolled a 19 for the acrobatic check to miss the bridge in Ustenia and colliding with them and doing I don't know how much damage. And then she pulled off a dexterity check of 18 plus 4, and to go through and be able to cast a spell in midair and do that. So yeah, that's what you saw from your perspective was a crow try and kill Ustenia, come back around for another go. Now it's a woman. She actually acrobatically like and then through the air, and he's standing, just goes, it's down in the water.
I like the idea that I pull up with my wings as well next to Ustidia, like as he goes, huh? I was like, are you okay to continue across? I'm gonna go get the halfling.
And hold on, I gotta check the bridge. You're fine. The bridge like did that thing where it goes, and it stopped. Like holding. There's little kind of frayed bits of the rope.
I'm gonna run up to that rope and cast mending on it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
good idea. Yeah, I could do the same actually. That's a good idea.
And
the rope
way
comes
back.
back together and is reformed, as strong as it was before, as a singular rope.
So is the bridge
Well,
fine?
actually, Roach.
Yep, the bridge seems fine.
Well, Roach, the reason that we mentioned the whole poison water thing is that I am the water supply here for us, because everyone else, because the water here is poisoned.
Yep.
So
Don't worry. I know this.
Yeah.
I kind of
Some-
feel bad for Liban. This is the second
I
time
don't.
we've kind of
Fuck that bitch. She tried to kill me.
Oh no, that's true. But it's like one of those things. Is this gonna be a thing where we keep foiling her plan, and it's just like,
It's like Scooby-Doo.
Also,
yeah, like
Also, the
or
point
it's
of that-
like,
I would have got away with it too. If it wasn't for you meddling
kids and your dumb dog.
priests.
Oh wow. Yeah, you do have a dumb dog. You could be the
Oh my god.
Okay,
Alright, so that
I
means-
pull Barry to one side and go, right, now say this. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Sleeping giants D&D, come with thee. We're
He rolled a
going to
3 on
slay
his
some
touch-
monsters.
He's just like
No.
He's like looking at you. He's very happy. He's getting some attention from somebody.
Okay, so I'm not gonna thingy the halfling. Is what I'm gonna do with the last bit. I'm not gonna, because the bridge is fine now. I'm gonna fly up and survey the area.
Okay. You
Where we-
fly up. Like how long does your wing last?
1 minute. So
1 minute. Okay, so you know internally.
yeah,
Thing
I
of
can.
halfling. You know internally you have 30 seconds to get up, and then you have 30 seconds to get back down.
Yeah.
So you have a point of no return. So you get up 30 seconds. What's your movement speed with wings?
Same as flying, but same as walking.
Oh.
Sorry, it's the same as my
Same as
movement
walking,
speed.
so 30 feet.
Yeah. So if I took a double action, it'd be 60.
So that's 10 rounds. That's so
600 feet.
So I can literally go to 600 feet.
300.
If 300 feet, sorry, yeah, because it'd be half.
it's 30 feet times 5 is what you're doing. Well, no, because you doubled that.
Yeah,
300
yeah.
Because it's
that's-
150 normally.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
because you're
300
doubling that
feet.
every round. You get up there and you get like a second to do a survey before
Yeah.
you've got you can get back down. So
I
you do
kind
a
of,
perception
I'm
check.
not really percepting for like creatures or anything. I'm looking for, because I've seen the map. I'm looking for map markers.
I know your lands. I wasn't going to give
Yeah,
you
yeah.
that you could find creatures at this point. I'm saying you're surveying
yeah,
lands.
yeah.
Give me a perception check. You're doing a
Um,
land survey.
Incoming natural 1.
God damn, she's been waiting for days to find a place where she could get Ustenia alone.
I know, because she's going after Ustidia. But now she might go after Rival.
Well,
I have 17.
Bring it.
So Isaac, what you see when you get up there is to the like the southwest of where you're currently at. There's just this big area of the island that's like a bog and swampland is what you're seeing, and it's still weirdly green, but gray green, all in that area. And you can also see that this is like nearby a connection point of the river from 2 separate rivers. You see there's a large forest between you and the old settlement. You can see the top of the church pretty far back, like a day's journey back. You can see the top of what's left of the church, I should say. You look around, and you see like a maybe 100-foot tall tree about a couple hours north of you. Like in a clearing. There's no trees within about a
So I see the lone
within
willow.
a quarter mile.
Do I see like
Yeah,
do I see kind of the distance towards the tiger fangs as well?
Do you see the mountains?
Yeah.
Or the hills? The tiger fangs has been. It's not the hills. That's
Okay,
a
so I can
feature
see.
that
I can
will
see.
dictate where
from,
the
I can.
entrance of the
Okay, so I can
church
see
is.
from the lone tree, the hills, and because I'm a.
Yeah, you can see up into the hills, and yeah, they're all covered in like moss and trees and like just green.
Okay.
It's just really green up here. So it's hard to differentiate different things in detail, but you see
Okay.
a lot of shit between you and that. But you do see a 100-foot tall tree between about an hour or two ahead of you, and there's like a quarter mile of nothing between it and the rest of the forest it sits in.
All right.
And then plop back down. And by the time you're back down, everybody's across the bridge. So is anyone going to tell us who that was? I don't think it's common for a raven to turn into a woman. I've seen a lot of things.
So
Basically,
that is-
we helped deal with a theft of some trading goods that were being taken off a skyship. That was the druid that was in charge of the whole thing. And once we captured her, we were taking her back. Then at that particular time, the demon that was trying to take control of me made an attempt. I said no, got slammed into a tree. She escaped. And now we think that the demon's actually taking control of her. And now she wants to kill us all.
It's not exactly
Okay.
a demon.
Bonla's standing next to her, and you see him just go. It's a good one.
Yeah, it isn't.
Everyone else is just deadpan. Everyone is just straight deadpan.
Yeah,
Bond is
he
giggling
does-
to himself.
Okay.
He's not.
So she's not a demon. She's now just a worshipper of a certain deity, and
That sentence made no grammatical sense.
It wasn't meant to make grammatical sense. It was meant to enter it quickly so that we could actually move on and get your thing for you.
Well, let's move on then.
There you
Start
go.
walking.
we'll find an area around here to make camp, and I will also now confer with the captain and her map and say what I've seen and like sort of give more a better estimate of the distance and such and the paths that from what I could tell from my quick
Did you
glance
see
into the sky.
any direct indications of a path between the Lone Willow and the hills?
Did I?
No.
No. No, but I did notice that it started to clear up. There's a lot less forest as we head that way, and I estimate and I confer what sort of time it was, using my skills as a cartographer to.
That's right. You are a cartographer. So technically, I should have given you an advantage on the check actually, because
Oh.
you were specifically calling out. You were trying to survey the land. So
Mhm.
go ahead and make another check. I'll let you do. I'll
Woo.
let you do that.
It's gonna be worse, knowing me.
It might be. Who knows?
Or
Ah.
exactly 1 point more. That's an 18.
The funny thing is, you actually beat the DC.
Yes.
Just that 1 point.
You did distinctly recall a half-mile like path through a forest that was winding up.
Oh.
Like, it was like there was nothing growing in an area, and it was like specifically cleared back, going up into the hill from the Lone Willow. So you do know that now.
I explain that then.
Okay, you mark down on the map where that is. Good. Good. Hopefully we can cut down our journey by quite a bit.
I like that she is more phased by the fact that that we were attacked by a raven woman than the fact that the priest in the party grew celestial golden wings.
She's seen a
and then-
lot of things.
Yeah, okay, fair.
She's seen a lot of shit.
And that's
Seen
only
a lot of
today.
She didn't expect that. What she at first she thought, oh, okay, so my guards are hated by wildlife. Was the first thing she thought, and then she just saw a woman appear and then disappear, and then she got
It's like, I've seen some shit, but that's unique.
because essentially that's what for everybody externally of that they just saw a bird try and kill your barbarian out of nowhere.
Like, what the fuck did this man do to the
And
ravens?
to her, that's like it had something directly to do with Rivellon trying to kill the bird like 5 minutes earlier with an arrow. Like so that was it makes a lot more sense now that she was explained the backstory. But okay, if you want to, because of the favorite terrain of your ranger and Ustenia's background, you can find a decent campsite before nightfall. what do you want to do for setup and everything like that? Anything special or anything like that?
Could I make a
Standard.
fire pit?
If you want to.
Like a semi-large fire pit, because we might need a little bit more light than usual. With the fact that some of us don't have any dark vision.
It looks like
That would
R1
actually
has
be
an
worse for your
objection to
for your
that
vision
because
then.
he keeps raising his finger about that.
Like,
I was gonna say
I'm
a cold camp because then there's no light to give off our position.
Thank you. Also, the light off the fire bouncing off the trees would actually destroy any vision you did have.
Yeah.
Right. Your eyes will
fair.
adjust. You won't
Yet
be able
again,
to see like it's
lives in a
daytime.
desert.
Yeah, that's fair.
So-
You're not used to dealing with trees.
Yeah, or a lot of trees, I should say. Like desert trees, are very
Palm trees.
slim, thin. Yeah.
This is probably the most
Okay.
forested place you've ever been in. Then.
Well, no, actually, I went to the island place before I was here. That's where I ended up on the Aquilion. So
She went to Sakesh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's
she was
dense
at Sakesh
jungle.
before, and that, by the way, that was like dense jungle. This is
Yeah.
like it's very green and dense, but at least it's not humid.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is
You
is
don't
Alaska
last-
versus
It's
Madagascar.
Pacific Northwest. It's kind of Pacific
Yeah.
Northwest is
Okay.
the way I'm thinking of it in terms of my
the
head.
desert, like she's used to the heat, but not the humid heat, because humid
Yeah.
heat is weird.
It was hell. in
We
Sakesh.
should
Yeah.
It was
cut
hell
down
for you.
any if there's any new growth trees, if there are any sapling sort of things, just to clear some more line of sight firing paths, things like
Yeah,
that.
you see plenty of like new growth stuff. So you're getting things together and trying to cut things down and bring it up there. Okay.
Yeah,
We could
Okay.
very easily make some barricades out of those trees. Just throw them on the ground and try and make
well, I'm
makeshift
thinking
roads
less that, but cut down the saplings so we've got clear a line of sight, and then because we're going cold camp, make windbreaks.
Just a question: are you okay? So I'm gonna say that can be done easily enough. You have Bonla helping you, and
Yeah.
he's kind of a beast.
Yeah, it's fucking
And he uses an axe
machine.
already, so like see him like you see him. Hold on,
Yeah.
it's an 18. He cuts through one of the new growth like just with, and just like it goes onto the ground. Just
Oh, he doesn't even put any effort in. It's just one-handed. Just
yeah. So that's easy enough. What are you doing for food and water?
I've
Well,
got.
you're-
I
you're
can make
down.
water.
Well,
Okay, are you just having normal rations? Are you cooking them? Are you doing anything else?
Cold rations.
yeah, I'm just gonna eat
Just cold
cold
rations?
ration.
Yeah, I can get us some fresh water, but the cold rations are what we're gonna have to go for now.
All right.
fine.
And we should all have some water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
have
can-
you
I
have
can
water
refill.
skins and
And Thingy can use her spell to just use it like appearing out of her hands, and then we just kind of use her like a fountain.
yeah.
Yeah, just,
So
just
it
points
doesn't
a finger.
matter. You would have gotten pretty low on your water skins from the day's hike and journey, but you're able to refill it perfectly fine with what you've got. Okay, so I already know all of your watches because of the way you have set things up. Bonlaw and Captain do not volunteer.
Of course not.
I do
Um,
check Bonla's arm before he beds down, make sure it's, clean,
It,
all that
it
sort of
looks
thing.
fine. Look,
Cool.
you're saying. So Rivlon, give me a perception check because you're the first watch.
Am I?
Yep.
Okay.
It's on the party sheet in your watch order. That's how.
No, no. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying. Am I? Okay.
Well, yeah, because you have two watches, like watch 1 and 2, and then you just zonk out, do the meditation for the second half of the night. This is how we had set up.
Okay, cool.
And then it's Ustenia R1 for third watch, and then Isaac Sash for fourth watch.
Wow.
According to this.
Yeah.
Nice roll.
Thanks.
Okay.
Good.
So during first watch, you're kind of sitting around. Nothing seems to happen. Really, really quiet. Give me the second roll for your second watch.
This is when I get a crit fail.
Yeah, probably. Karma.
Oh, close.
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 2 for people at home. That was a 2.
Still got a 2 in it. There you go.
Yeah. So you're sitting down and on like a what's left of a new growth sapling that was cut off, so you're just like on a stump.
Yeah.
Arms across, it's getting kind of late. Taken by the time. There's not even like any life to listen to, like normal. So you're just getting kind of bored.
This is where you get eaten.
No, I can't because I've got my bow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he'll
right.
he'll get a sense, but he won't have time to wake us up. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Probably.
Kind of like, and then off into the side of the camp, you just look over, and you thought you saw something, but then you look over and there's nothing. Thought you saw like some movement, but then when you looked over, there's just an empty stretch of forest. About like, I'm gonna say you're like 30 feet from the forest edge, or something like.
And I've got 60 feet worth of dark vision, so.
Yeah, that's the end of your watch.
All right, who's next?
That'd be Ustenia and R1.
All right, I tell Ustinia and R1 what I think I saw, and the direction I think I saw it in, before I settle down.
It's up to you guys how you feel about that. You can make 2 separate perception checks, or you can do a combined one with one person getting advantage. Up to you guys.
What's your perception?
+7.
I will give you advantage. I will assist you.
Perception.
Who's Daphne? If
18.
we're the
I mean,
Scooby-Doo
me, I
guy-
suppose.
I guess, yeah. If we're the Scooby-Doo,
Because I have
guys.
16 charisma.
Wait, no. Like you have like a +7 to like history and stuff, don't you?
No, that's not
So
me.
you're the
I'm not
Velma
very
party?
historical.
Okay.
No, he
18.
has
I mean-
+7 to wisdom, which means he should be Thelma.
Yeah.
I do like Velma. Velma is cute, so I'll go with that one. Velma's more my
Yeah.
type. Glasses are just.
So 18, R1. You're sitting around, kind of getting up, stretching your leg. Barry's asleep on your bedroll by himself, so you let him sleep all night.
Mhm.
You don't get him to watch because he deserves it. Looking around. Kind of like you think you hear something over like your shoulder, and when you kind of like turn your ear a little bit to look, all you hear is a.
Just gonna scream fuck and draw weapons.
And you draw a weapon, and you don't see anything.
It's making the noises. So,
Oh god.
Yeah, something's definitely in our camp.
That's what you and you also heard that too, Stenny. You just heard that kind of noise, but it's weird. It's like a ventriloquist throwing their voice. It sounded close, but then there's no directionality to it. It's just here.
Oh, we've
or
got
there.
that dude coming back for us, haven't we?
I have a mechanical question. Is Rival's bow something you have to attune to?
No.
No, it's not a tune. No, you don't need to attune it,
Okay.
but he doesn't need to be conscious for it to apply its effects. I'm going to say that. He needs
That's
to
why I
be
was going
awake.
to say I'm going to pick up his bow when I go on watch.
Yeah, you probably could have given it to
And just as
Justinia,
you go to grab
and-
it, I'm like, sword out to your throat. What are you doing?
I mean, it makes
Oh,
sense for you to give it to Justinia or whomever when they're on their watch, because that way, you don't
Yeah,
die.
my
in
shit,
your
Why do
sleep.
you ask if I can take the bow? You don't just take the bow.
Yeah, you
Well,
at
I'm
least
not
be
on watch
polite
yet.
about it. I will agree with that one.
I'm not
Um,
on watch yet.
So,
Don't take the bow.
oh my god, please! trying to speak here. Can I, since I've heard that noise, investigate the area? I'm not taking this. I'm not just going to sit here and just passively sit here. I'm going to now actively search out the.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Justinia has a vein popping on his forehead because there's someone annoying the shit out of him.
15.
15. Okay, you spend the rest of your watch kind of walking the perimeter of the looking out, and you don't have dark vision, but you're pretty used to low light areas and kind of like cold camps sometimes. Like when you're out on when you remember when you were a kid going out on hunting trips, you didn't usually make a fire. You just slept out in the stars, and that way you could, early morning, nothing kind of got spooked, and they were still around. So you're pretty used to this, and you're looking around. You're not getting anything. Like you're going around this camp, and there's just a lot of dead air. Just nothing's moving, nothing's making noise, nothing's giving off light. It's really freaking you out, actually, in a lot of ways. This should not be how forest is. This is not good.
This is not good. This is not
Yeah.
how forest should be.
But in that time, you don't get nothing else happens, and you don't see anything that like kind of gives off a fuck, we're in danger kind of thing.
So I'm gonna nudge one and be like, "Hey, boss, I don't like this place. This place not. I really don't like place. We should go soon."
Yeah, I agree. I don't like this place either. I hope to be out of here as soon as possible.
I can't sleep like this. I'm going to stay up and keep watch.
Okay.
You
I'm
go
gonna-
sleep. You wake up next person, and I'm gonna stay up. I know like. I know.
Okay. I'll go wake up Isaac for his shift.
Isaac and Sesh.
Isaac
Both
and
of them are awake
Sesh.
for
Hi.
the early morning, so they can both pray in the morning light. That's what they do.
You gotta do that praying shit, yo.
I have to, observe the first morning's light, so it's the perfect way to do it.
So you all
I
are
actually
awake.
have remove curse.
So,
I don't think I could stop this though. To be fair,
Yeah, I think this is a little bit too powerful.
Yeah. a little bit.
So go ahead and make a perception check, either all of you.
I'm gonna give
or...
Sesh advantage.
And I'll just
think
do
he can
my
roll by
my
himself, yeah.
perception on my.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh shit! I didn't click advantage. Let me just roll twice. Sorry. I'm a little bit, itching. Trigger
all right,
fingers
you-
itching.
yeah, okay, all right, that's okay.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
all right.
It's
22.
a little bit better. 22. And Usteni, you're just kind of freaked out. You're not focusing a lot on things. You're just kind of
I'm
jumping.
too
at-
spooked.
Yeah, you're spooked. Everything, like the little creaks, like the only noise that you actually get are the little creaks at the tops of the trees from like the little bit of wind that's at above the ground, and that's all you're getting. And yeah, it kind of freaks you out every time you hear it. And you're just like, kind of,
What was that
Uh,
noise?
yeah. Sesh, you don't notice anything throughout the morning. Just kind of like sitting around, not doing much. It gets to the time whenever you and Isaac get to pray, and you both pray. Ustenia's still there. You watch them both pray. It's actually kind of different for you because you're usually asleep by the time that comes around and awake whenever they're done. So you see them both kind of doing their individual rites. So like Isaac's facing the sun and is doing the rising sun and is takes out his little
Praise
tome.
the sun.
Praise the sun. Sesh is more like a
It's like a monk. She sort of crossed her legs and has the symbol in her intertwined hands.
yeah, kind of like
Weird.
that. And I was gonna say either that or it's more like a prayer rug where you get down and like you're doing the head to the ground.
There is probably a prayer rug, but she isn't like prostrate on it. She's
yeah,
meditating
like
on
that.
it kind of way. Yeah.
yeah, and so they're very individually different. And you see both of them doing. But yeah, you get to the morning without too much trouble. And everyone's awake. Ustenia, I'm gonna say, and if you don't get sleep tomorrow, if you don't get a full night's sleep the next night, you'll have a point of exhaustion. I will say you don't get a point of exhaustion now because you did sleep partially.
Yeah.
On that. You slept.
You got
for
your
6
6 hours, I think.
We've got that energy drink if you want it.
Yeah, you slept for 6 hours, and you need 8 to get through that. So that's kind of happens. So, but either way,
Roach, could you give us a long rest and reset everything?
that's what I was about ready to do.
Thank you. Because I can't actually use my breath. I can only use my breath attack once per short or long rest. So
Long rest. There you go. You all have long rest.
yay! High fives for Roach, everybody.
Don't be so sarcastic. He might use it against us.
But either way, we get to the morning. Is there anything anybody else wants to do in the morning, or are we gonna keep moving forward?
No, I think we're about ready to go.
We've refilled
Once
our
everyone
canteens,
has,
correct?
I would have refilled it last night, so that
Yeah.
way I would have gotten more. I would have gotten my full spells in the
Yeah,
morning.
that
So
makes sense.
we all have full canteens.
Yep, you're all full on canteens. Not a big deal. And you all have another one of your cold rations. Make sure you're marking those rations off.
Mm-hmm.
So another cold ration, which
That's
is
2 cold rations.
starting to get at you, because that's you're not used to that. All of you kind of got used to Ustenia hunting for you while you were out, because Ustenia was able to bring home a lot of food every.
Stingy, you're bringing home the bacon.
Yeah, usually like rabbits and squirrels and like edible berries and stuff. He was able to get in like a couple hours before night every day. So,
I've only got to cook one thing so far, and it's kind of annoying. I want to cook
And
more
just
food.
remember, those rations are for a day.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying mark it off now, but you don't have to mark it off until tomorrow. But you did have to mark off all yesterday's because that was the end. At the beginning,
Yeah, so it only takes 1 instead of 2.
I am glad I bought extra rations that one time.
Same.
Yeah, they come in useful whenever you're not in a place that can make food or get.
I bought 20 rations at the start. Having the ability that I've got, I knew I wasn't going to use them all until occasions like
when you really needed them.
oh yeah, I've got a month's supply of food.
Which will help you on this island. The only problem now is water, which you're kind of lucky Sesh is here now, or else that would have probably been an interesting little. You would have had to have a caravan coming with like water barrels with you every time you went.
God, and the caravan would have been picked off one by one, like the creatures.
Maybe.
We would have ended up carrying these barrels.
So it would have been like the Terror, just like going on like this slowly and slowly, less and less. It would have been great. You spend like another hour before you get to a clearing where Isaac's spotted the lone. And yeah, where he spotted it is it didn't give justice to what it is when you walk into the clearing and you see it, because everything's been obscured by canopy. When you get into the clearing, this thing is 100-foot tall willow tree. And it is just there. Like, it is almost like a redwood in terms of like thickness of its trunk. Like, this is not a mundane tree. This has got to be magically based something. This is not normal. You've heard of like iron oaks, which is essentially like a redwood in this world that they make like a lot of dwarven ships out of. Kind of rival this, but not like a willow. This looks like a normal willow, just gigantic.
I'm gonna go get some of its leaves and cast Identify on it again. See if there's anything else with this one.
Cast Identify. It is.
If only we had a
Greater
druid that could talk
Greater
to
Curse.
plants.
If it's really.
I wonder how Liben feels about this place. Fucking weird for her.
Oh yeah, this must really screw with a druid's like woosah.
Yeah, just
So
your
it's just-
cheese all off core.
But yeah, all you're getting detected from this is the Greater Curse off of there. That's all you're getting off of it.
It's like the Avatar tree post fire. Like, oh god.
I'm going to R1, can I see that?
Here you go.
I'm going to cast specifically on this piece of wood, remove curse. It works. Let me see what the spell cast time is on that. 1 action.
Okay. Do a
Touch
Constitution saving throw.
instantaneous. Oh boy. Huh.
Okay. You take 1 psychic damage. So you're kind of like,
The spell gave
And
you
all you
brain
s-
freeze?
all you see is like the piece of wood that she was holding, like a, and it like goes off at like Mach 2 from her vision, just the end of the floor.
Everything's at Mark 2 for you.
I don't know. It's a very fast distance, like very fast speed that it just kind of goes off in an like repelled from her grip.
She just like holds her forehead like, I've got a headache now.
I wouldn't recommend doing that again. This isn't the greater part in the greater curse is something more than just a normal curse.
She kind of gives it a shrug, like it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, if anybody wants anything else that they want to do while they're in the clearing, because of Isaac's. Oh, go ahead.
So the big tree's right in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Ustinia's going to take some of his rations and some of his water. He's going to put the rations and start burying them in the ground in front of the tree. Not too close, but close enough that it'd probably get, not like digging up the roots, but it would eventually decompose and reach those roots. And would pour water over it. And then begin to pray to the tree. Because he, at this point, believes that this tree is a literal god, just as his people believe in gods and spirits being in another thing. So he's going to pray to the tree to not hurt them, please.
Okay. Give me a religion check.
The tree speaks back to him.
Arwen's going to be
Trees.
drawing this in his notebook.
The fuck,
Religion, yeah?
dude. Yeah, religion.
The tree
Arwen's
is actually
drawing
an
this.
ent.
9.
9. Okay, you do so. You're not necessarily the most versed in what other people like in codified religions use for prayers, but you give like a please, we mean no harm. Don't kill us. Call off your demon spawn, please. Kind of,
Please.
that kind of stuff. It's very non-tactful.
Yeah, I'm just appeasing the spirits.
Yeah,
That's
that's
obviously
fair.
inside this
You do
tree.
I don't know why, but when you said Demon Spawn, Castlevania on Netflix popped in my head. Just,
But yeah, that takes a little bit, but once you're done and kind of get back up, you feel a bit better. Like you think you might have done something.
I think the tree will be happier now. You guys, you're just too rough with these things. You know, these are living, breathing gods. You must treat them right.
there are many raised eyebrows from the two clerics. Sorry, the cleric and the inquisitor in the room. It's like,
With another
But hey,
branch
you know, he
sprites
can-
out of the
he can-
ground.
he can protect his. He can have his religious freedom. You know, he's allowed to worship what he wants.
Wait,
It's an open world, man.
So
You know,
instead
it's
of
all about that free love.
how many points is the Paylor star?
6.
6.
6-pointed star.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so it's like a kind of thing.
I'm trying to work. So the Catholic spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. I've got to try and come up with another one. Compass.
Well, it's more of a you do like
Compass.
that, and then you do shoulder, and then other shoulder kind of a thing.
Down, shoulder, shoulder.
You go up, left,
Yeah.
right, down,
It gives you
down.
that. But
Like a cheat code.
due to your good check last time, yesterday, with finding the path through the forest, you're able to not too long find a clearing that is about a quarter mile on either side. Like in the center, there is a path, but it's like a quarter mile from that center point on both sides, cleared of trees, and it just winds and goes up. And Sedna looks at that and looks at this and looks at her map. Well, with that, we should be able to cut a whole day off of the trip.
Nice work, Isaac.
We might be able to get there before noon. Because it was about 2.5 days, is what she was. 2.5 days,
Yeah.
3 days is the original estimate. Because now you don't have to grasp around trying to find this path through the thick
Thicket.
parts of the forest. Yeah.
All these survivals just.
Yeah. And with this, you keep going, and it gets to about let's see here. 2 hours hour from there. It gets to about 2 in the afternoon when you hit the hills, and the forest drops away, and you start getting onto hills, and you're still following a path up these hills. And now it's like low bushes, moss, grass. There's not a lot of trees here as you go up. I'm gonna need everybody to make a perception check.
Bird is back.
It goes up to his thing.
Fuck off.
And just like, get it out of my helmet! Get it out of the helmet! It's like,
Just pecks him in the forehead like, ah. I like ravens, though. Ravens are underrated.
yeah.
Let the challenge begin.
So, let's see.
Leave.
What's Raven?
I know. But I do like the birds, because they're very underrated. They're very cute.
Let's see here. That is Bonla. Oh, I didn't mean to click it twice. So you got an 11. And Sedna. Sedna 18. Okay. So, all right. Sedna, Arwan, and Sesh. After about 2 hours going up these hills, going through, and it's very monotonous, and it's kind of just, you're getting bored of this place. Nothing's attacked you in a while.
Rivlon's going.
Yeah.
I haven't shot anything for a day.
Everything's freaky out here, and it's just not right. You want to go home, or you just want to be away from here and go to a tavern.
Have a drink.
Have a drink. Yeah, Sedna wants to go back to her ship and get to her payday. But you all, after about 2 hours, you spot on a rise across from the path that you're on a weird rock outcrop. It looks like a head of some sort of like animal, like a cat. And you see a whole bunch of like I don't know, stalactites, stalagmites, but a whole bunch of like rock shapes that look like teeth in what the mouth of this outcrop would be. And Senna looks at that. Looks at the
Tiger's
map.
fangs.
Think we found it. And she smiles. Tiger's fangs, there it is. And you all Arwan and Sesh, you all see it too. And now everybody sees it as
Quite
as you
impressive.
yes, well that does, it's not, well, it's less ambiguous than some of these usually are, but that works out for us. I guess the things we've dealt with before here have kind of made up for the ambiguousness of the later parts.
It almost sounds like you're a little disappointed you didn't have to hunt for a grave.
She chooses not to comment on that. Holds the
She's
map
like,
up.
You get the same joy out of treasure hunting as someone doing a crossword, like,
I'm doing this for a payday, and it's a very, very lucrative payday.
touche.
I was just trying to be funny.
11 o'clock.
And yeah, we'll end it with you having seen and are moving towards the location of the tomb.
Hey, that was
That's a great place to end it.
Yeah,
That was very
well,
well done.
I hope you've all enjoyed this episode. We'll be back next week with another part. As always, thank you to Commissar Roach for creating this campaign. I point upwards, thinking he's above me, but on my screen he's actually that way.
He's above me on my screen. He's right
Yeah.
there.
He's there.
I mean,
he's there. No,
on my
there
screen,
screen.
he's there, but
I'm
like,
right here.
for you guys, he's there.
He's just like,
Anyway, thank you to Commissar Roach for creating the campaign, and as always, thank you for these guys for joining me. We'll be back next week, 7:30 BST. And yes, sorry that Rival, your stream didn't work out this week, but if you're watching on Rivals End, do make sure you give his series a like, just to make up for it. You know, do all those things. And sad Rival. I'm sure you
Sad
have
Rival.
things for next week.
Red, go give Rival a hug.
But yeah,
Just
we will
burst in
see
the room
you
right now.
next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.